Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful Houston, Texas for Just the Bar meet. I am here with John. Give us, all right, we got Laketia Sykes here, opening with 70 kilos. We are here at Alphalete. Thank you for joining us this morning. We got a very deep squat to open.
For sure a good squat.
All right, we got a 2 white lights lift there. I'm not gonna lie, a little surprised at that depth call. I think it might have been up and down. I think I see a blue card there. I can't tell
I don't
from
know where
the
that red
screen.
light would come from.
All right, this is Charlene Morris, attempting just 5 kilos heavier, 75 kilos. Got a little bit of a sticky opener.
That should be
Unfortunately, we have no lift there. That's 2 to 1, and I'm trying to see the cards for it. John, you're a very good powerlifting coach. We have a lot of first-time competitors here today because that's how big Crandon is in the sport. It's just been massive, massive influence. I talked to a lot of people. The reason why they got into powerlifting because of her. So first-time meet, what do you suggest lifters do?
What?
First-time meet, what do you suggest lifters do?
Oh, okay.
All right, we got Jessica Moreno here with 92.5 kilos. All right, looks like we have a 3 white light lift here.
Good opener.
All right, Angelica Shimatsu. Yeah, we got 95 kilos here. We are going through just a slight bit of technical difficulties. Usually happens at the first session. Got a really narrow squat here from Angelica. And waiting on those lights. We got some thumbs up from the judges when in doubt. They go with either cards or simply just their thumbs. And Yvette Campos will be our next lifter, attempting. Looks like this is 97.5 kilos. All right, Yvette.
All right, now I can hear you.
All right, awesome, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't solo, guys. He was here. We're just getting the headset on. But I'm going to take back to the first question. We have a ton of first-time competitors here today. Again, that's the influence Crandon has had on the sport in their short time competing. A lot of people are doing this meet simply because that's the first to get into powerlifting. But as a coach, what do you suggest lifters do their first meet?
just go into the competition with the weight that you're comfortable with, not cutting for your first competition, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I was having a conversation with Tens about that tennis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's really. I would echo that. First competition, just focus on the lifting, and then all the other stuff that goes into powerlifting. Wait for that. You're when you get a little more seasoned.
Right.
All right, we have Olivia Vitero. Looks like a good lift, good opener. Quick question: do you have anyone competing today?
I do not.
All right, nice free day for you.
I get to relax.
Yeah,
Commentate.
Get to relax and commentate.
Yeah. The setup here is really nice, man.
Yeah, I mean, Alphalete just really went, Mo, everyone here went above and beyond, so we got a good-looking meet here. We got Kayla Stanley.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, it's looking like a pretty solid opener there. A little slow on the lights. Never want to jump the gun. That's a commentator mistake.
All right.
I've done that probably 55 times in my career, and we got a good lift there.
Right. I'll be patient.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay if you do it. All right, we have Stephanie Cumberbatch. So bar is loaded here. You have a minute to get that squat. So it is not when you complete the squat motion. It's just when you get the start command. So you got a lot of time.
Yeah.
A minute is longer than you think, especially in raw powerlifting.
You got some time to go over your cues in your head and just kind of calm yourself.
Yeah, and I often say this is the most nerve-wracking lift of the meet, at least for me, is usually first squat, third squat, and, ooh, very nice squat, though. It was worth the wait. We got 3 white lights there.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. I feel like you can never feel your legs for that first squat. Even though your opener is super light, you just can't feel your legs.
Yeah, that's the idea, right? Opener, really light, something you can hit relatively easily. Yeah, the opener you can hit relatively easily. And even with that, it just, legs are always shaky. You're trying to figure yourself out.
Yes, sir.
Then when you kind of take a look at the crowd, you just start making, that eye contact with people. It's
Do you see the crowd when you're lifting?
So, no, it kind of just goes away. Like, it just turns into a little bit of a blur. That's a speedy squat there from Kyra. Yeah, we got 3 white lights there. But, yeah, it's you think about, it's one of those things of you think about the crowd a lot, and then you get out there and you just don't see it, and then you're just really tuned in to your lifting only, which obviously is the objective.
It
but
blurs
again,
out for some reason.
Yeah, the nerves are always still there. All right, we have Mallory Salinas. It's like a pretty solid lift from Mallory. And it is.
3 white lights.
Yeah, we had a couple of red lighted lifts at the beginning, and then post that squat. But we've been seeing a lot of white lights on the board, which is good. All right, next lifter, getting over 300 pounds here with her openers, Mallory Joseph. Yeah, she's going to get red lighted for that. Jumped a rack command. I don't think she jumped a rack. I mean, that's the rule, but I think she just lost balance at the top.
Yeah, it looks like she was going forward.
All right, so you're a coach. What do you do?
Probably take the same weight for that second attempt, right? Just try to calm the nerves. That looks like it was all nerves. She has the strength. That was fast.
Yeah, I guess it depends on like where you are in your competition career. You know, usually high level like national meets, it's like, all right, we're going up. Like you just got to continue to rise. But local meets,
Yeah, it depends. I was thinking you were asking about like first meet.
yeah. Oh no, I agree with you. That's exactly what I would do in that situation too. Like, let's retake it. It's okay if we take that big jump, or like maybe a bigger jump. Meet in the middle of the plan third second attempt.
Right.
So, and yeah, our previous lifter gets on the board, gets that lift. So yeah, they're in the same situation there, right?
Yep.
They missed their first attempt, get their second attempt. Now you get to do what you want to do on your third. All right, so quick here, head judge is telling the lifter that the thumb loops cannot be on the bar.
Oh, yep.
Yep, so no piece of material can be on the bar. She just took it off, all right.
Yeah.
That's one way of doing it.
She probably is stressing about time.
Yeah, I mean, readjusting them is annoying. Yeah, because all she really had to do there was, she pauses that squat at the bottom. Yeah, we got 3 white lights there.
Depth right there.
Yeah, he's getting her depth. Yeah, the wrist wraps, all you really have to do there is just take off the loop and kind of just adjust your wrist wrap up
and just
off
lower
it.
it.
But, you know, honestly, I cannot squat without wrist wraps. I could probably squat without knee sleeves. I cannot squat without wrist wraps. All right. Vanessa Castro, good lift there with 90 kilos.
I'm for sure the opposite on that. I could squat and bench without wrist wraps, but without the knee sleeves?
Yeah, I could bench without wrist wraps. I do bench without wrist wraps. That's my that's how I do it in competition. I just cannot squat without wrist wraps. Once I get over 4 reds, I need wrist wraps. All right, we have Jessica Moreno making a 5-kilo jump. I think a well-executed second there.
Yep.
We got a good lift.
They got some pretty cool shirts. Spotters and loaders, are those for sale?
Also the shoes. Yeah, the shoes are, I can see as the day goes on, those are going to start really selling. Yeah, so it's already generated a lot of interest in people in powerlifting. All right, Angelica taking 100 kilos for her second attempt. All right, let's see what the judges say on this lift. That is 2-to-1.
Good.
2 white lights there. With those narrow stance squatters, it could be very deceiving on a live stream on how deep they're getting. Because if you're looking at that, that's a deep squat. But it is harder to get that hip crease below the top of the knee,
especially
when you're more
if you
narrow.
got bigger quads, bigger legs. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, but stay right there. Stay right there. You got your call. Keep your depth exactly the same.
Yep.
We have Yvette Campos.
Solid.
Able to get that one up. And a 3 white light lift. And making a 10-kilo jump is Olivia Vitero.
Nice, that's a good jump.
Yeah, it's pretty much a range we're going to see with this, about 100 kilos to 137.5 kilos. You're going to see probably tops 10-kilo jumps. Yeah, I think it was handled very well there. We got a 3 white light lift.
Good depth, good speed. Maybe another 10 kilo jump on that.
Hey, you're the coach. I'm not. Well, what would you say? What would you call for the
Depends
attempt?
how the lifter's feeling, right?
Yeah.
If she feels strong, I'd go to 10. For sure, she has a 5 kilo jump on that.
Yeah, I know it's been the trend is like kind of taking that really big jump 1 to 2 and then having just room for the smaller jump on the third. They have Kayla Stanley getting her lift there, 3 white lights.
Yeah, there's so many ways you can do it. You can start really light and then even go light on your second and take a big jump to your third. It just depends how you train, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it changes too. The trends in powerlifting change quite a bit. I mean, I remember when I first started, it was small jumps was kind of the thing, and then big jumps became really popular with. I'm going to give credit to Marcellus on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she the big jumps were kind of adopted by a lot of coaches, and now it's you see the big jumps, but there's a strategy involved in that. So you take that big jump 1 to 2, and then you get a little bit of wiggle room with the third.
I think when we first started, it was 5 to 7.5 key jumps to your third attempt. Now it's like with Marcellus, you're doing 20, 25 kilo jumps.
Well, you're coached by him, right?
Yeah, I'm coached by
Marcellus.
myself.
All right, we have Stephanie Cumberbatch. Ooh, I think I know exactly what's happening. She's getting stuck on the pin, I think. That's me speculating, though. I have done this before, or not stuck on
They
the...
reset the timer, so maybe
Oh, okay.
there was the...
I just saw her look to the left. I've gotten the, not the pin, the J-hook.
Yep.
Occasionally, if it's slid over a little bit.
Good.
Very nicely executed. And yeah, we got a 3 white light lift there. Yeah, occasionally on a squat, if, and this does happen in competition for me, where I'm just not looking at the bar where it's set up. You take that lift off, and they're using Rogue plates today. So the Rogue plates have that print on them.
Yep.
That just a little bit that protrudes over the plates, and sometimes it just
Sometimes
some
it'll
kind of
catch,
comment. Yeah.
Sometimes they'll catch the pin, too.
Oh yeah, they are using an Alico. That does not happen with me on Alico. Does happen on a TSS on occasion.
Ah.
Yeah. All right, we have Kyra Inoru. Really quick descent there on that squat.
Fast.
If you blink, you'll miss it. And he got a good lift.
It's easy.
Yeah, speaking of jumps, I mean, we're on squats now, but I remember on bench press, it was always the rule for a certain weight, you just would not go a 7.5 kilo jump.
Yeah.
It would just be, that's the max. That's all you're working is at 2.5 to 7.5 kilo. And now, I take 12 kilo jumps on bench.
Yep.
So it just happens. Got a lot of well-executed squats here. Second attempts looking good.
I feel like it used to be you had to be primed. That was the thinking back then. It was like, oh, I got to be primed. I have to do within 11 pounds in order to move this weight, right? But now things have changed. The way people are training, and it's just like if you feel ready, if you feel good for that weight, you just jump to it, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, talking to a lot of competitors in the back. Again, we have just a lot of people who are finding their footing in powerlifting. So Kevin decided to jump her there on 142.5, and she gets the lift. All right, good job. So after that missed opener, Kevin decided to take that
go
jump.
up, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble there, but I think they definitely...
No, that looked fine. Probably be a little easier, too, if I think we're still seeing some pauses in there.
Yeah. Yep, one of those, I think, early meets kind of thing. Just you're really trying to feel out your depth, or it's a nerve thing.
It's a nerve, yeah. looks solid. She got that.
All right, I think that's looking good for Charlene. And it is. 3 white lights, comes back really strong after missing the opener. All right, Vanessa Castro with 2 successful attempts, trying to find her footing there. Seemed a little bit off balance on the unrack.
Come on.
Yeah, unfortunately, no lift there.
Yeah, sometimes though your shoes can just get caught with the carpet. If it's brand new carpet, you got your new shoes on.
Yeah, especially with so quick example, Jessica Marino is using squat shoes. Those are a little bit of a slicker surface where, you know, the Vankiss, which this is, you know, what the speed is sponsored by, My Protein, Vankiss, and Gymshark. Those are more grippy. That's the point of the shoes, is to be more grippy on deadlifts and bench. Yeah, they can just get caught on that walkout. All right, let's see what the judges call here for Jessica. And we got no lift there. That did look a little high.
It's a good grind, though.
Yep, you get data now. You get data. Just got to drop the squat a little bit lower and your money.
It's going to be 225 on the bar.
Akitsia. Going 102 kilos. This is a big jump.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But he's been taking those jumps.
Oh
and
wow.
That might have been her easiest one. As far as execution goes and ability to handle the weight, that was the easiest squat she took.
For sure.
Yeah, usually when you start with a 70-kilo squat, you don't end with the above 100 above 100-kilo squat there.
She's doing those craft jumps.
Yeah.
Start the flight first, finish it. Type 5.
All right, looking to go perfect here on her squats is Angelica. All right, it's looking pretty similar to her second attempt. Let's see how the judges go with it. And they go 3 there.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, you really have to view that from the side. You can't judge that from the front.
Yeah, always a little bit of a dangerous thing as a competitor with that, because that it's like any other sport. You don't know the refs are going into the day. Referees are different in how they judge. So with the head judge, typically what people believe is they aren't looking for depth that much. They are. So they are doing that. All right, Yvette Campos. Able to get that squat up. Let's see what the judges say. And we got a good lift there.
Awesome.
Perfectly executed squat. I do like the tempo into the hole.
Yeah, we know you like the tempo into the hole.
I'm a big proponent of that, mainly because I'm old, of tempoing your squat down. But yeah, personally, I just think it's a good way to kind of find your depth.
Do you feel like you could get a rebound if you actually went a little bit faster into like personally?
Not necessarily, because I do feel like I get a rebound off of my squat.
Oh, wow.
But let's see how Olivia does here.
That's solid.
And we got some good speed there. Oh, unfortunately, no lift. So we got the camera angle here from the front. It actually did look from where I was viewing a little. Where I was viewing, I thought from the front it looked a little high, but yeah, we got the 2 side judges going with the depth there. But yeah, on my squat, I do feel like I get a little bit more rebound out of the hole.
When you tempo it?
Yeah, when I tempo it, I mean, I could probably get more if it was faster, but for me, it's more so about positioning. Yeah.
Yep.
right, Stephanie Cumberbatch. Taking that walkout. Oh, beautifully attempted.
Very nice.
All right, we got a good lift there. 3 white lights. Yeah, so a little bit of a hiccup on the, I think the first first attempt, but the execution on the squat progressively got better.
Yep.
All right, Kayla Stanley will be our next lifter. Also looking to go perfect here. Yeah,
Nice,
I'm really
nice.
liking that attempt.
I think that was good.
Yep, good lift, perfectly called too.
Good
I
depth,
think that's
good height, good speed.
Yeah, got a replay here. Yeah, perfectly
Solid.
called, perfectly executed squat. All right, we have Kyra here. Going 140 kilos. So for potentially our first-time viewers, that is a high bar squat. We see a difference between high bar and low bar.
Yeah, good point. She is using the high bar. Good.
Got an Olympic S squat there. 3 white lights. Just how fast to go down into the hole there.
Yeah. So yeah, with that high bar, you're just putting that bar a little bit higher on your traps. The low bar, you put it on your shelf that your like your rear delts make. High bar, you're standing more straight up and down. Low bar, you're more leaned over.
All right, see how Mallory takes a squat. Missed her opener, came back, got the second. Oh, unfortunately, no lift there. I thought
Close.
she had that. I thought she had that rebound
Yeah,
about
I thought
halfway
she was
up.
gonna fight through that.
All right, Mallory Salinas pumping up the crowd here for 152.5 kilos, a 10-kilo jump from her second. A lot of energy here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
come
the
on.
grind.
There you go,
She
there you
pushes
go.
it. The crowd is up. They're cheering. The judges give her 3 white lights.
That's why you have to get hyped sometimes. You gotta psych yourself out for that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a grind right here, guys. Right there, that is a big sticking point that he's able to power
Nice.
through. Excellent job. All right, we're on our second flight of lifters, starting off with Alexandria Gregory, going 70 kilos. Very upright high bar squat.
Nice.
And a smooth opener.
Perfect opener.
All right, Alondria is our next lifter. Opening up with 90 kilos. Got a little bit of a
Nice.
extended start command there.
Yeah, maybe her knees are moving a little bit.
Yeah, I was trying to see what the I was trying to move my head into position there just to see what the side judges were looking at. I do have a little bit of a blocked view with the spotters and loaders.
Yep.
All right, Ebony Scott opening with 107.5 kilos. All right, looking
Solid.
good there. Yeah, 3 white lights. Victoria Reyes with a 115-kilo opener. Ooh, very nice. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, 3 white lights, really fast, smooth opener. Didn't look like any issues at all.
Yeah, I think it's important to have a fast opener, get your confidence up, and just feel good.
All right, we got Clara Babin. Ale Chiara. We have a lot of French viewers right now.
Yep.
Yeah, first competition for Chiara. Thank you. Smooth descent into the hole. Very nice looking opener.
There you go.
Yeah, that was good. And look at the replay here from Chiara. Perfect depth, perfect execution there. Yeah,
Yep.
excellent,
Perfect
excellent
control.
lift. All right, we have Dosana Rodriguez. $122.5 kilos. Really tucks in those arms on that squat.
And that back, that upper back, nice and tight.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, really took her time. Really took her time with the setup there.
Yeah, she has like a true low bar position.
Yeah, for sure. All right, our next lifter is Lori Babin. Again, French viewers just boomed on this lifter. Allez, Lori. I was told to try to speak some French. I don't think anybody wants to listen to that, though. All right, 125 kilos from Lordy. And
Nice.
very smooth. Yeah, very good. So I'm sure you guys can tell, Lori and Clara are twins. And first competition for both of them.
They both have great
definitely,
openers.
yeah, but definitely have a good understanding of just what to do. Those are, you would never guess. Like, those are just very well executed squats. Nerves are definitely not a thing. It's just perfectly executed. Jayla Thompson, same thing. Looks really
exact
solid
same
there.
thing. Good control too.
Yep. Yeah, we're getting some solid openers. Nice controlled lifting going on. All right, we have Wada Tefese coming all the way from Chicago.
Oh, really?
competing at this one. Yeah, just happenstance. I was at 5W. Big shout out to 5W. Was there a couple or last week, and yeah, she was there. I gave her a spot on bench, and told me this is gonna be. She's competing. I'm like, oh, I'm commentating it.
Let's see what we got here. Nice.
Yeah, and we have a good looking opener there from Wada.
Yeah. 5W is a gym in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep. I heard there's a rack that everyone hits PRs on.
The PR rack, the middle PR rack, man. If you want to hit a PR, you just got to go to that one.
All right.
But again, I just want to point out, I'm going to probably repeat it throughout the meet. That's a big influence Cranon has had on this sport because
getting people to travel.
Yeah, you're seeing people fly into a local meet, and the big reason for that is because of her. All right, we have Jessica Fernandez with her opening squat. Again, very smooth, 132.5 kilos is good. 3 white lights.
Awesome.
And we're already on to our second attempts. You guys are seeing the TSS spotting and loading crew, the legendary TSS spotting and loading
shout out
crew.
to them.
They make meets go very fast, keep lifters safe. Just one of the best in business. Alexandria Gregory going 10 kilo jump, second attempt.
Honestly, I think.
They got a good lift there.
I was gonna say, honestly, I think the TSS spotting and loading crew has gotten better over time. Like, it's just the way how slow meets used to be to now. It's a big difference.
Yeah. You guys got to check out their highlight too. I mean, once you get more involved in the sport of powerlifting, you understand more and more how important the spotting and loading crew is.
Yep.
They get that weight change immediately to the basement. Alondria.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a good lift there. She was, definitely deep on that squat.
I'm pretty sure the spotting and loading crew won an award a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I love my TSS guys. It feels like a ton of competitions. They spotted and loaded for me, but there are just a lot of good ones in the sport now, which is great. I'm gonna be biased. TSS spotting loading, those are my boys. That's my favorite. But
Davion's man, nice lift.
We got a big grind here from Ebony. She did take that 5 kilo jump. I wonder what you're gonna do on that second one there, or that third one, second to third.
No. 2.5 to 5.
All right, Kiara is getting 122.5 kilos loaded on the bar here. And
That's
the bar
a nice big jump.
loaded. All right, I think a pretty clinical 7.5 kilo jump here. Especially with how that opener moved, was really, really nice. Solid walkout.
Yep.
Good lift. I mean, yeah, you got 3 white lights there. I know, I know the French lifters and the French viewers want me to say allez, but it's so fast to squat, it's hard to.
I think she's good for another 10 keys.
Oh, yeah, I would probably match that 7.5 kilo jump. I would go 5 to 7 there. Personally, from 1 to 3, I don't like to
go bigger.
Yeah. It's either match or go lower. I've done that in my powerlifting career when I didn't have a coach. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, since it's just, you always go to the never want to go over a jump. All right, we got Victoria Reyes.
Solid.
Yeah, another well-executed attempt there. Yeah, first opener was smoked, and she smoked that one as well. have Dosanna here. Yeah, really, really takes her time setting up. Again, just super tucked with her arms there, getting the shelf going.
Yep.
Yeah, gets that squat command with 8 seconds to spare. And very controlled tempo of squats. And looking like a good lift from where I'm sitting. And it is
solid.
2-1 though.
All you need is 2.
Yep. Her squat reminds me of an equipped squat. I've been told I have a kind of equipped squat movements, but yeah, I think just with this setup and then how she tempos it, it does remind me a little bit of an equipped lift. All right, we have Jayla Thompson going 125 kilos here.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, really nice there. Really nice squat.
I'm trying not to call the list before before the lights come out.
I mean, there's some that are just undeniable. I think, yeah. I mean, you can always get like my commentator scattering report. If I wait, let's see what the judges say. That means I probably thought it was a little high, or is at least borderline. All right, we have Laurie Babin going with a 10-kilo jump here, 125 to 135. Ale. Again, very good squat.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, the twins are looking good today.
Yeah, they look confident.
They're on.
It's almost like the same squat. They're controlling it into the hole, coming up with good speed. It's good.
Yeah, unrack, set, all those things are pretty similar. That's another thing with the squat too. When you watch live streams, you're pretty focused on the movement itself. The unrack and the walkout is very important on the squat. Yep. Wada going through that sticky point, looking good.
Solid.
Oh. It might have just bounced out of the J-hook though. That one, but
I feel like there's always one weird thing that happens at every meet, like while you're competing, especially the first meet. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, think about all the squats, all the benches that happen with the equipment. I mean, occasionally happens in the gym, but when you do this so many times, something's gonna bounce out of place. All right, we have Jessica Fernandez, 142.5. Nice, smooth attempts.
Solid.
Yeah, same motion all the way through, which is good. All right, we have Alexandria Gregory starting 3rd attempt squats. We got a pretty big jump here, 70, 80 to 95.
Oh, there you go.
All right, let's see here. She's able to get the weights. Unfortunately, no lift there.
It's just a
3 red
high,
lights on depth. Yeah, taller lifters, so it's going to be a little harder to get depth. Yeah, slows down right there. It's close. That is a borderline squat there.
When you're taking heavier weights, your body just kind of stiffens up. So you really got to force yourself to kind of go deeper on those 3rd attempts.
Yeah. All right, Alondria Shelley, 110 kilos, third attempt. We got a fish here. You want to hold on to that bar. Great catch from the TSS Spotting and Loading crew.
Spotters and loaders.
That's why they're the best in the biz.
Yep.
They catch, I mean, they can handle that. You don't want to do that, though. You don't want to drop the bar ever. But
Not with
they've
500 and 600 pounds,
yeah.
you don't want to do that.
Yeah, they have caught, and again, look at their highlight tape, they've caught some real heavy squats in the past. You know, so sometimes that bar just slips.
Sometimes it just slips.
Yeah, they're not intentionally doing it. It just kind of slips out, especially with, you know, equip lifting. And yeah, the TSS Spotting Loading crew, they have caught some impressive squats.
Yeah.
Ebony Scott's 117.5 kilos. She finds another gear. Let's see what the judges say.
Please let that be 3 white lines.
Good lift there. Oh my. I was about to counter out.
That was crazy.
Oh wow, that was an insane grind. So the potential there with that grind is up and down movement. The bar cannot go down and then you reset it, bring it back up. She was able to stick with that. All right, bar is loaded for Kiara. Looking to go perfect on squat here, taking a 5-kilo jump. Again, good walkout, controlled, poised. That's a good call, good looking lift if the judges agree with me. And they do. 2 white lights.
Awesome. 2 good grinds back to back.
Yeah, so middle point there just kind of stalls. Wonder what the no lift was on that. I thought the depth looked about identical. So with the grinds, like I said, I thought I saw a blue card. It was really quick in how it came up. I thought I saw one, but hey, 2 white lights, all you need.
White lights, that's all you need.
All right, we have Victoria Reyes going 10-kilo jump here. Her first 2 squats, clinically executed, really, really fast, looked really, really good. And I think a perfect call on the third, too. Good lift. 3 white lights, yeah. I think solid 10-kilo jumps.
Yep.
Great calls. All right, Josanna, really going to use
that low bar position.
Yeah, use that low bar position, use all the time she has.
It makes the walkout a little harder, but once she gets settled, she's going to be good.
See how she handles this. Slow and controlled squat going down. I think she got a little lower this time. Oh, that sticky point just hits at the midway point. Yeah, just not there today.
I think it was worth going for that, though. It was pretty close.
I agree with the call. All right, Jayla Thompson's first 2 squats look really, really good. Yeah, she's able to power through that very nicely. Yeah, good lift there.
These have all been really good third calls.
Yeah, we got some good calls here, good coaching. All right, Wada Tafise looking to go 3 for 3 on that squat. Clearly, the most conservative call you can make. 2.5-kilo jump. So, coach lifter probably had to discuss that.
Right.
But a solid number, 140 kilos. Very good attempt there. Yeah, that's a good lift. 3 white lights.
There's a lot.
I thought, yeah, maybe a little more in the tank there.
5 to 7.5.
All right, Lottie Babin. Going consistent, 10-kilo jumps. Yeah, first 2 attempts looked really good. Allez, good call, very smooth. I think a little bit more is in the tank on that too.
Awesome.
3 white lights. Look at the replay here. Yeah, very controlled.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, very, very nice attempt there. And going 150 kilos. So pretty consistent motion with her as she squats. Ooh, very well executed. I actually think that was a little speedier than her second. Very good lifting there from Jessica. All right, on a third flight of lifters. Very good second flight there.
Yeah, no, that was good. What goes into your decision when you're trying to pick your third attempts?
So it depends on the meet, right? So, you know, I have the pleasure of competing at very competitive meets, national meets, but then also like your pro meet. I mean, Avacus has the Houston meet, and that's a very competitive meet there, as we see the standings for some of the meets. Good leaderboards here. Yeah, we got, you know, juniors, open level lifters today. But yeah, it does go into placing and what we need to maintain placing, maintain positioning throughout the meet.
Do you ever conserve energy for like your bench or your deadlift?
Quick. I mean, yeah. So with Lori, for example, you know, keeping some extra kilos in the tank on squat. If you had a PR, it's like, all right, you could have squeezed out maybe 5 kilos more. Not the worst thing in the world, because you know a big grind on squat will affect you on bench and deadlift. It has happened to me where when I grind my squat, my bench feels a little bit different. Where your bench feels a little different, and you know, obviously that'll maybe have an effect on deadlift as well.
Yeah,
so,
might gas some people out.
Yeah, and I mean, just an example from that nationals recently, like you know, our squat was marked at 317.5. That's 5 kilos below a meet PR, but if it's like hit that, you're still in position here. So it does turn into strategies. How about you? Especially like, say you have a local meet competitor. Is it like, okay, always the goal is to get that PR?
It depends. I feel like for first meets, right, you might want to go 9 for 9. Mm-hmm. So you might be a little more conservative and make sure you get that third attempt.
All right. So really quick, couple of rules things that are happening today. Again, this is a lot of our first level. This is our first meet for a lot of these lifters. So when you put your wrist wraps on, the fabric cannot be touching the bar, so you can't have the loops on. You also cannot adjust your equipment on the platform. You always have to do it off of the platform. It's one of those interesting rules of powerlifting that she did not get the start command either. She's going to have to, we got a no lift here.
it's just a lot going on for, you know.
This is so the number one miss meet on or miss thing on a lift for your first meet is jumping the squat command, not doing the squat command just to go down.
The rack command.
The rack command.
You get hyped. You just want to rack the bar, kind of celebrate.
Which the funny thing is, if it happens less on bench. Because they're used, they got their footing with squat, so they kind of know what to
go down.
Yeah, they kind of know what to expect going forward from the meet. Where, I mean, you're in the gym, you're walking out your squat, you're lifting at your own pace, you're racking at your own pace. That's just that little difference in competition. But it's the easiest fix in the world. My advice to lifters, because I do coach high school powerlifting, I tell them, and one made the mistake, they racked it early. I'm like, when you squat, hold it there forever. Because they're going to, we got Hillary Johnson here. Looks like a solid lift. Yeah, good lift here. Because they're going to bring it in for you. And that's the great thing about meets. It's like you don't have to walk in your squat. Like, you got to take one step, and they pretty much, like, carry you.
I mean, the worst thing they'll do is they'll just tell you, get mad at you. They'll tell you, rack it when we tell you to rack it.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, all I do is take one jab step just towards the rack, and then they just carry me the rest of the way. So, I mean, as long as you make that attempt to walk it in, it's just that much easier getting the bar into the weight into the rack. That's my least favorite part about the squat is walking it into the rack. Not walking it out, walking it back into the rack. All right, we have Havon Kelly.
Solid.
Yeah, we got a strong looking opener there. Waiting for them lights. Takes a little bit with lifting casts. It is digital. I'm seeing some thumbs up from the judges.
Three.
When in doubt, use the thumbs or use the cards.
And then just like getting your commands while you squat, while you have weight on your back, that could, you know, it's easier with deadlift. You don't have 200, 300 pounds on your back waiting for a command. You know?
But the thing with deadlift, it's always funny to me, and this happens again with my lifters who are younger. They think there's a start command on deadlift. There's no start command on deadlift. All right, Niz Dene King.
Speed, we'll see on the deck.
Yeah, a lot of speed there. 2 white light lifts. Keep it there. Also, I can kind of tell where she is going to get that depth call. The bar does dip on her right side. So when the bar dips on the right side, it looks like you're going to get lower on your right side as opposed to your left. That is why I get 2 white light lifts. So on the same side, pretty much every competition I do.
So is the bar able to tilt while you're going up, while you're grinding?
Yes, the bar is able to tilt. It just can't go down. All right, we have Jessica Bonilla. Ooh, very nice looking squat there. Man, something about those narrow stance steep squats, man. I love to watch it.
Yeah.
All right, next lifter is Iman. All right, he did not get the start command.
I would still go up after that. That was pretty good.
So one thing that has to be seen, or one thing that you can't see on the live stream is the side judges giving the start command to. I did see her knees be a little bit soft, so I think it was just a little extended. But yeah, just you have to wait. Your job as a lifter is only to wait for the head judge. If you're not getting that start command, that is why. Just because the side judges aren't giving you it. Then Bria Barney looks like a good squat there.
I think most of the time the judges will give you the start command, even if your knees are just a little bit bent.
Yeah, I mean, also it's like a knee sleeve thing too.
Yeah.
It's like it wrinkles up at the back, and
You
yeah,
should
it's
get the benefit of the doubt.
and usually you do. I think she would have. I just think she jumped it a little bit too soon. But yeah, I was looking because it did seem like she was hunched over slightly of not getting that command. All right, we have Caitlin pulled on.
Nice.
Good lift there.
Speed.
All right, starting to get these openers close to 300 pounds is what we like to see. Amani Teague. Strong walkout there. A little bit stickier than you like an opener to move.
Maybe just some nerves.
Yeah, it could be. What also sometimes happens to me is I just kind of get a little bit too deep on my first attempt.
Yep.
So yeah, this occasionally happens. All right, we have Amberine Brown as our next lifter. Going 135 kilos. Explosive squat there.
Nice, nice.
All right, so Damoni King. And she did, I mean, the 2.5 kilo jump there.
Yep.
So kind of a retake and opener, but at the same time, you know, it's pretty comfortable weight. So waiting for the squat commands.
Yep. There you
All right,
go.
wait for the rack command. All right, there we
There
go.
you go.
And you are in the meat.
You're in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I can say all I want about, you know, all right, you missed the rack command, you missed the start command, still go up because the lift is strong.
Yep.
I would still get nervous.
Oh, no. I mean, my first meet, I didn't know what was going on.
It looks like she got stuck there just a little bit in the hole. I think it's, yeah, we got a two red light lift. I apologize. Two red light lift there. It looks like on depth. Yeah, looks like on depth there. I think just there was a stall at the hole, and yeah, I just think it was a bit of an awkward motion as a result.
Yeah.
I think she can easily get that. All right, Heaven Kelly. Nice, look at attempt. All right, Niz Janae King. $110 kilos. All right, let's see what the judges say on that one. Unfortunately, no lift. Yeah, she did get red lighted on her opening attempt, but she did get it. Yeah,
Thanks
so
there.
we got
I'll just retake that and just go squat deeper.
Yeah. Kate, I mean, yeah, when you get a 3 red light lift, now it'd be one thing if it was a 2 red light lift.
Yeah.
You might want to retake that, but sometimes a little bit more weight, and it
Might
gets you
push
into
her
that
down a
depth.
little bit,
Yeah.
maybe?
All right, we have Jessica Bonilla. Really good opening attempt. And I think a solid second attempt, kind of how you want that to move. Yeah, good lift there, 3 white lights. All right, we have Iman. And they listen to you going up at the first attempt, where she just jumped to rack command, or the start command. I apologize, the start command. Yeah, it's a little bit longer getting that start command.
There you go.
Yeah, that's looking good. Let's see what the judges say. Yeah, good lift. You're in the meet.
Decision.
So everything, I mean, it might not come up as a 9 for 9 day if you end up hitting all your lifts, but to me, that is a 9 for 9 day.
Yeah, for sure.
When you go up in weight after missing your opener, that's 9 for 9 for me.
I mean, all that matters is you get your planned third attempt. Right?
Yeah. I can go 3 for 9 as long as I can just hit my planned third attempt for all of them.
Yep.
I'm happy. Bria Barney.
Nice.
Grooves that squat nicely, and we have a good lift. Caitlin Puldon. Or Pulden. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Just remember my name. It's John. I am John. we have Caitlin, 125 kilos.
Solid.
Yeah, pretty confident with that one. 3 white lights. We are seeing a 5 kilo jump. Now the opener was a little shaky, little sticky. So I think that's a good call there. And we have experienced people in our corner, Team Flex, that is big body handling. Well, that looks like the
Maybe
opener.
some nerves, or
it had to be.
Her
Also,
positioning was off. Maybe?
If I remember correctly, it just looked like she bottomed out a little bit on that squat. And you know what? I could talk all I want about, like, all right, you want your squats to be super deep. You want your squats to be, getting, all the way to the floor. In powerlifting, you don't get any extra points for squatting deeper. As long as you're getting just the depth you need in order to get calls, that's what you need. So I think that was the readjustment there. That looked just to be the perfect amount of depth. She didn't bottom out. That occasionally happens. And it was a good lift as a result. Oh, Amberine Brown, unfortunately, could not get that lift. She has another chance at that one.
Would you take your planned third attempt?
After the second,
after
like that,
second.
no. Only because she did grind a little bit on that, and it was a miss. So, yeah. Not really seeing these lifters, not really being familiar with them. You never know. It could have been a misbalancing. It could have been just something that they're feeling on the day. But, yeah, just how that miss was, I would just retake that one. All right, I have Demona King. And a good lift. Yeah, we had no lift from the right judge. I think that might have actually been a quick rack command. Or her jumping the rack command. I think the depth was good there. All right, Hillary Johnson got called on depth to see if she just grooves into her squat a little bit better. Unfortunately, no lift there from Hillary Johnson. So she did take that jump. That was probably the planned third. Yeah, and I think definitely got lower on that one.
Yeah, she definitely did.
And then same thing, second attempt here was missed on depth. And they're just retaking it.
I think that's good.
Yeah, to me that looked much better. Yeah, that was deep.
There you go.
That was a deep squat right there. Very good adjustment. That is just a quick little insight there. That is hard to do of actually getting lower.
Yep.
So kind of what you would do just on meet day, you're getting called on depth. You make like small adjustments because when you're not used to squatting a certain depth, and making that adjustment on the spot is really difficult. She was able to do it, but kill it.
Yeah,
that was a beautiful, beautiful squat. All right, we have Heaven Kelly here, 115 kilos. That's looking good.
Awesome.
And she is pumped.
I like the hype.
Yeah. Yeah, she brought some confidence and energy for 3 of her squats. But as a coach, Sean, what do you tell lifters just like in that situation? Like just get lower or?
It's almost like I tell them force yourself to go lower. Like most people can force themselves to go lower, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be comfortable. It's also hard because it's on your third attempt. You get a little nervous.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Jessica Bonilla's first 2 squats look fantastic. And that is a beautiful third. Yeah, that was just some really good lifting the entire time through. Excellent, excellent job there.
Or sometimes you're not bracing correctly and it's hard and you're not hitting depth because you're too extended.
Yeah, so that is probably the hardest meet day adjustment to make is to get lower because, again, like your training was probably not at that depth and you have to make that change after possibly 12 weeks or even longer of squatting at that specific depth. But, again, can't stress enough how hard that is and how well she was able to execute that.
No, that was definitely cool to see.
All right, we have 132.5 kilos for Iman. Ooh, unfortunately, that bar started to roll a little bit on those traps, so we got no lift. All right, we have Caitlin pulled on. All right, we're over the 300-pound mark for Caitlin. I always assume this is a milestone. When you load that on the platform for your third.
Maybe not. That looked a little easy.
That looked easy. Let's see what the judges say. We got 3 white lights. Excellent execution. Yeah, that was super, super easy. All right, we have Tambria Barney making a 10-kilo jump. Got a strong walkout here for Tambria. Let's see if she's able to get it.
Oh, wow.
Very, very good. Yeah, so in that particular squat, I could tell she got a little bit on her heels there and had to readjust back to mid-foot, and that was just strength. That was just muscle. She just muscled the weight up.
when you go on your heels, you lose that good quad position.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hard to push through your quad, so it makes the lift feel harder. So
Yeah.
that was all willpower right
Yeah,
there.
and you're just trying back to get to midfoot, so
Yeah.
your entire body's working to get in that position again. All right, we have Amine Teague. So I took that 5 kilo jump on the third. Yeah. You had to be some nerves on that first attempt. 'Cause
Nerves,
first, second,
maybe she
third.
didn't brace well.
Yeah, that second
Maybe
and third.
she was on her heels, something.
Yeah, second and third, it was just money. All right, Amberine Brown looking to retake that second. She missed it.
45 kilos. 319 pounds.
All right, see how she takes this strong walkout.
There you go.
She's able to get through it.
She controlled it better going
Yeah.
into the hole this time.
3 white lights, so she
Yep.
is pumped going off the platform.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Also, really quick, I just want to mention every single lifter that hits her squat, Crandon is there, like congratulating them.
Oh, yeah, that's-
gotta be
that's
really
pretty cool.
All
That's
right,
pretty
so
cool.
standings here. Let's take a look. We got some juniors competing, got some open level lifters competing. We have Mallory Salinas in head of the 69 kilo juniors. Stephanie Cumberbatch, 84 kilo junior, in the lead. Jessica Moreno, our lone 52 kilo lifter. We got a lot of lifters in the 57. It's going to be competitive. We have Kayra in the lead. Lots of 63 kilo lifters with Jessica Fernandez hitting a PR on her squat. Got a lot of PRs on the board there.
I'm going to shout out the TSS spotting and loading crew again. This meet's going by really fast. It's going by good.
Yeah. Gotta love it. It's commentator's dream. All right, we have Demona King in the lead for the 76s. All right, so we are going to take a 10-minute break here. When we get back, we'll be watching bench at Just the Bar meet here in Houston, Texas. We'll see you guys shortly.
Breaks in between squat and bench. No breaks in between bench and deadlift. We are starting bench now.
right, we have Olivia Vitero here, 117.5 kilos.
Solid, solid. All right, we got 57.5 on the bar.
57.5 for Angelica.
Looks good.
Yeah, looking like a good lift there for Angelica. All right, so we got the bench press.
This thing can go a little faster.
Things go a little bit faster depending on the setups.
That is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
So, yeah, setups could take a little bit longer here. Also, in my opinion, the most technical of the lifts. Also, the one that I think requires the most amount of explaining, unfortunately. Yeah, we got Kayla Stanley getting through that sticking point here.
There's just so much to the setup.
Yeah, the setup, and then also with the rules, too. Those are the start and press command, right? So
Yep.
there's an extra command a lifter has to follow.
You have to set up your grip. You have to set up your. You got to get your neck pressure.
I mean, and
Set up
then
your
now,
arch.
too. You know, you got bench depth and the
Oh,
other
yeah.
rule of not. I don't know what it's exactly is. Not using your torso.
Not
like
heaving. Right?
Yeah, not. Well, I mean, heaving was always a rule. They just extended it within the IPF. Powerlifting America does an amazing job of judging that, I think, just based on how nationals went and then meets post rule being enforced.
I feel like Nationals was pretty fair on the elbow depth.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, elbow depth is a thing I think lifters are now used to. Like, they know going into Powerlifting America meets what elbow depth is, but the other stuff. The new rule of, I don't know, not using your torso
It's
or...
You can't
to be
use
honest,
You can't use momentum. You can't generate momentum from your chest to throw the bar up.
I don't know. I can't explain the rule. Bad commentary.
Like, you can let the bar sink into your chest and press from there, but you can't extend your chest to throw the bar up. I think that's...
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. Well, we're gonna see the. Again, I think Powerlifting America has done a really good job of kind of just judging that. But we'll see when more competitions happen. I think it went into effect March 1st. So, all right, we have Stephanie Cumberbatch here, 62.5 kilos.
Nice. Yeah, I think right now the judges just have to give the benefit of the doubt to the lifter. Like, unless it's just clearly obvious that the elbows aren't hitting depth or that you're thrusting with your chest, you just gotta give the lifter the white lights.
Yeah, it's a very hard thing to judge. All right, we have Mallory Joseph here, 142.5. That is. I'm sorry, that's her last squat. I apologize. It's 65 kilos on her squat.
Solid.
It looks like a solid opener there, and it is 3 white lights. All right, we have Kyra Inoru asking for that lift. So you can request a lift off from one of the spotters and loaders, but only the spotters and loaders. Different federations, you can have anyone, or like your handler or anyone you want, giving you a lift off. But in really all drug tested federations, it's got to be for the spotters and loaders.
You get lift offs for your bench?
I don't. So There's we got a good lift there. I think possibly a jumped rack command, which very similar to squat. You have a rack command, and it can be pretty easy to miss that one. So there's a trade-off when you're doing a lift-off. It's if you have a lift-off, the start command is probably going to be a little bit longer because you have to wait for that person to get off the platform. Yep. They're usually really quick, but it just takes a little bit longer time. So in order to minimize the amount of time it takes, just don't get a lift-off. And yeah, just sometimes that a little extra bit helps, but yeah, again, it's a trade-off game.
Oh, that was nice. Besides hitting the rack. Very good.
Yeah, looks good there from Mallory. And
but yeah, sometimes when you get the lift-offs, it's just inconsistent. Like, who gives you your lift-off, right? That could, sometimes they might pick it up too much, even if you give them instructions, right? So,
yep.
You take that out of their hands.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean with just like the gym stuff and like the meets stuff, how it's not consistent to how you train. And that's also just goes into bench. It is the most volatile of all the lifts.
Yep.
All right, we have Charlene Morris. That's got to get the bar to her chest. And she got it. All right, that is a good lift, so 6 in the competition. So the rules, the bar has to come to a complete stop on your chest in powerlifting. There is no length on where that press command is given. It is just getting the bar to your chest and having it at a complete stop. Judges are at the discretion on what they think a stop is, but yeah, it is not.
Sometimes you get a long pause. Sometimes they don't like seeing that bar move at all.
Yeah. No, I mean, so that's kind of the difference between like sinking onto your chest a bit. Let's see how Vanessa handles that. Taking that 2.5 kilo jump. I think that's a good lift for where I'm standing. We got 2 white lights. I think a little bit of up and down motion with the bar there. That's where you get that red light. Yeah, so certain judges, they do call, like sometimes the soft touch, it bobbles a little bit on the chest. The sink, you're going to get a longer press command because of the sink, because the bar is not motionless right when it hits your chest. So soft touch, usually quicker press command.
Yep.
Usually. I have seen some bobbles before on the chest.
What if the, let's see.
She jumped that red command, I think.
Let's see.
Yeah. You got that call there.
Yeah, some judges don't like to even see like the bar rotating a little bit. They want to see it. I think as you get to like the national stage, the national meets, the judging gets stricter, right? They want to see that bar just be completely still.
Yep. Yeah, that's where, I mean, like I keep saying, it's the same with every sport. Every sport, when you get more experience with it, when you're going to start seeing these judges more, so we got that super close grip bench there.
Grip.
Yeah, it's a good lift.
I like doing close grip. You do? Do you?
Not programmed for me, but yeah, it's I think an enjoyable movement just because, we're powerlifting, we're trying to move weight, but also I think we all get into the sport to put on muscle and look good.
Yep.
And that's one of those movements that really helps that. And you feel it. You feel in the triceps and you feel in the chest.
Yep.
All right, we have Yvette Campos making a 2.5 kilo jump.
Nice.
Little sticking point there. And we got 3 white lights. Awesome. I think we're going to see a pretty consistent 2.5 kilo jump from all lifters. With especially women bench pressing, sometimes that second attempt is just what your third attempt is. You're in that range already. So, all right, we have Jessica Moreno, 62.5 kilos.
We'll probably see bigger jumps on the deadlift.
Yep, bigger jumps on deadlifts. Have a little bit more ability to use your body, right? Your entire body
Yeah,
to
not
lift.
just your arms and your chest.
All right, we have Angelica.
Oh,
I don't think she got the start command, did she?
Jumped the start command.
Yeah. I think the handler just also told them just grab the bar just so you're not expending any energy.
Yeah.
Which, that's a thing too, is just, I have heard it before, when the bar dips on your back, like you're going to get the red light. So just don't sit there and try to grind out your squat or grind out your bench for a while. But at the same time, you know, I want to see what the judges say.
Right.
You know, like, especially on a squat and a bench or something.
You also want the confidence that you can move the weight.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's just awkward. It's an awkward feeling stopping lifting too. It's a hard thing to do to stop lifting.
Yeah.
You know, you have weight crushing you. That's what's happening with squat and bench. The weight is crushing you, so
Solid right there.
you're just trying to resist that. Yeah, looking like a good lift there for Kayla.
With 70 kilos. Bar is loaded.
All right, we have Mallory Joseph, 70 kilos. Yeah, it's all muscle right there.
Nice.
Bar is loaded with 72.5 kilos.
All right, Stephanie Cumberbatch, 192.5 kilos. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I keep on reading the squat, and I apologize for the
72.5.
second time. It would be awesome if she was benching that. 72.5 kilos. We got a bit of a grind there. They're going to have to grab the bar, unfortunately.
We can blame Angelo for that one.
Blame that one for me. I've done it twice now, so yeah. I've actually probably done it more times. I just caught myself this
Yeah.
time. 77.5 kilos, making a 7-kilo jump. Calling for that lift off. If I remember correctly, a pretty narrow bench.
Let's see. Yep.
I respect it too. I respect clearly trying to grab an arch there, but also narrow.
Yeah.
Because you do want to bench with an arch, just in general. If you're trying to put on muscle, which, Kyra's got a good amount of muscle on her body. She's, clearly does her accessories. But, you want to bench with an arch. What I tell people, the arch conversation is a big thing in powerlifting. You know, you see, people criticize it. You do want to bench with an arch just in general. It's going to be good for your pec,
shoulder health. Yeah, your
it's-
pec, your biceps.
Yeah, I think
your shoulders.
You're
will
gonna
appreciate
get
you.
Yeah, but also you're going to be able to really activate the chest with a nice arch.
Yeah.
So, I respect it. I respect the close grip, really focusing on those pecs. All right, Mallory Salinas, 5-kilo jump, 80 kilos.
Come on. There you go.
Yeah, really able to grind through that one. And we
Nice.
have 8 good lifts.
I'd rather compete with the closed grip. It'll just look cooler.
Yeah.
You know? I wish my closed grip was that strong. as my max grip.
Well, yeah, so quick story here. I was getting called on my fingers being outside of the rings on the bench, so I had to make that adjustment to a little bit more closer. And actually, it's underrated. Just getting a little closer on the grip, you do get to use a little bit more of your muscles to lift, and sometimes that really does help. All right, we have Charlene Morris going 42.5 kilos. He does get the bar to her chest more easy this time and able to get the lift. Judges agree, 3 white lights. Vanessa Castro making a 2.5 kilo jump. Also, one thing I want to point out, very hard to see, and the judges are actually in a good position for this. I'm going to talk about this after Vanessa's press here gets to her chest. I think I see a downward motion there. Is one that used to be commonly called. I'm gonna explain why it used to be, is the butt leaving the pad.
Oh, yep.
And the reason why I don't think it's called as much now is because judges have to be in a different position because bench depth is a thing. So you might not be able to see the butt coming off the pad because you're focusing on bench depth, where that was like the most called thing is the butt leaving the pad, because that does assist.
Now, what if your hamstrings leave? Can your hamstrings stay on it? Your glutes come up?
I think it has to be just little parts of your glutes.
Okay.
That's why it's important to squat a lot.
Squat.
Yeah, bigger glutes means the butt doesn't come off. Oh, I think she, again, didn't get the press command there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think the strength is there, too. She hit her opener, at least. Yeah, so
It's just nerves.
we did get a good, maybe I missed that, though. We did get a white light lift. But we got a white light lift, so I just don't remember seeing a press command. But what does happen on occasion is lifting casts, like the thumbs kind of slip, and then they readjust it, and you might not just be getting that there. All right, we have Angelica attempting 62.5 again. Ooh, unfortunately, that's going to be no lift. Yeah, maybe that 5 kilo jump was just a little bit too much. And yeah, you'll be surprised how much a 2.5 kilo jump could change things on a bench press in particular. Yeah, just sometimes 5 kilos, especially with women's bench presses, is just too much.
It's the tipping point.
All right, we have Yvette. I think she was getting stuck in that pin a little bit there. Let's see if she can get through it. Unfortunately,
that's just hard to recover from when you're holding it for that long.
She was holding it, and then also, if you remember, her second attempt was a bit of a grinder, so a lot of energy expended there. That does affect things, especially like if it happens in the gym. Say maybe a warm up, you get some time.
You get some time. Yeah, you can sit down, talk to your friends.
Yeah, in this meet, you're moving. You're moving pretty quickly. You get the nerves kind of going too. So that's why on occasion you scratch that attempt. You scratch, potentially like a big grinder squat or a big grinder bench on your second. And it's like, okay, it might not even be worth it going for it personally. After we see Jessica, very good looking lift from Jessica. She is happy, she is pumped, and she deserves to be. That's a 3 white light lift. Yeah, sometimes I would say bench, I like to kind of like take that lift because you're only talking about 2.5 kilos.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen.
A lot of people get like the back cramps.
Yeah.
For trying to grind that bench.
Yeah, squat, sometimes you just know, like, that was it. Like, that was tough, and then same thing.
It's not worth adding another 10 pounds.
Yeah, you get your glute tightening, back tightening. Just, let's conserve some energy. Kayla, unfortunately, it's going to be no lift. That bar did start to go downwards right off the chest. All right, we got third attempt here from Lakesia. Unfortunately, she's going to get no lift here. Yeah, again, bar started to go downwards.
That's that super close grip.
Yeah,
again.
very close grip. Yeah, she was just going to have to use flat out strength for that. It's close grip, also pretty minimal arch.
Yeah.
You're seeing your gym arch there. Like how I would teach, you know, a lifter coming in. Like, all right, let's get a little bit, like I call it the hand arch. If I can fit my hand under, that's kind of the arch you want to start with.
Then people start getting to the foam rollers.
Yeah, then people, then it, yes. More years in powerlifting, the more things you can fit under an arch.
If you can fit a 64-ounce Yeti.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be a powerlifter if you could do that. That waist started to shift. Yeah, she took a really, really big jump there from 1 to 2. 10 kilos with the 62.5 kilo bench. Again, something they can be doing in training.
Maybe they already had that number planned out.
All right, Mallory Joseph, 2.5 kilo jump from her second to third. Oh, powers through that one.
Yeah.
And we got two white light lifts.
We would expect the longer arm lifters to have a good deadlift. They'll probably be set for deadlift.
Yep. Usually it's always a trade-off in powerlifting. You know, we are in the age now of really well-rounded lifters, which is great. I think the specialist days are kind of dead.
Yep.
We're like the top end people, but it used to be like, yeah, you're a subtotal person or you're a squat and deadlift person. Usually one would neglect or be neglected. All right, Mallory Salinas, unfortunately.
Yeah, can you explain to them what the subtotal means?
Subtotal. So we're currently on finishing our subtotals. Is squat and bench is your subtotal, and we have certain lifters really excel in that because typically if you're a good bencher, your leverages are for benching.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to give a little bit on that deadlift.
Shorter arms.
Yeah, so you would see a lot of the like high-end lifters, you know, top 5 nationals. It's either they fall into 2 categories: they're a subtotal person, or they have a good squat with a really good deadlift.
Right.
Now you gotta be pretty well-rounded in both. All right, let's take a look at this bench here from Kyra. Very good-looking bench there. Solid lifting there.
I think people are just getting better at technique, right? Maybe.
Yes, it's not. I would say it's not necessarily a leverage thing anymore.
Yeah.
It's you got 3 things as a lifter. You have leverages. Personally, I think that's the most important thing. You have leverages. You have strength. So the amount of muscle you have on your body. I think that's the second biggest indicator of how successful you are as a powerlifter. And then 3 is technique.
Right.
So all 3 are needed for successful powerlifters. But yeah, if you take a look at the highest level, they typically are excelling in all 3. They have the leverages. They have
the mass.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Looks like a smooth opening attempt for Alexandria. Yeah, you got some, I mean, Yeah, you get in those lifts, you get in those meets, you look at nationals, they're all pretty jacked, male and female.
they all are pretty
jacked, all well put together, and of course, you know, you got your technique as well. So, all three important. I do rank them in that order, though. Leverage, muscle, technique.
There's also just more knowledge out there now to work on your technique. You know?
All right, Alondria Shelley. All right, looks like a good lift there.
Look good to me.
Yeah, waiting for those lights there. And we have Ebony Scott. Coming off of, if I remember correctly, a 3-for-3 squat attempt. She was able to power through a third attempt on a massive grind. Looks like a good opener. And it is 3 white lights.
Seeing a lot of close grippers today. Let's see if we'll get any max grip benches.
Yeah. Usually, I mean, that's how I started. It wasn't close grip, but it was pinkies on the rings, and then it turned into index finger on the rings. Then it turned into rotating your hands to where your index finger's still kind of on the ring,
Yeah,
but
where you're
not
internally
really.
rotated.
Yeah.
I think everybody should do some close grip.
Oh yeah, I think that's. I personally believe that when you're starting off, just in weightlifting in general, you should high bar squat. You should regular bench press. You know, based on just
Pull some conventional.
And then pull conventional. 3 white lights. If you don't do those things, it is totally fine. But I think that's how you build a nice foundation, is to start off with those things. And I think if you see a lot of the lifters, you know, who have climbed the rankings, that's how they started.
Yep.
Was high bar, regular grip, conventional deadlifting. That's how I started. I didn't even know a low bar was a thing until.
Yeah, I didn't know there was terms for all these.
Yeah, I just didn't know that existed. All right, we have Jessica Fernandez attempting 62.5 kilos on her bench press. Very nice technique from Jessica.
Nice. That was.
Yeah, really good squats. Looks like a really good bench opener as well.
Yeah, anytime I bring a new client on, I always throw in that closed grip variation. Now, if they're not good at it, and if it's not good for them, we'll take it out. But I think initially, it's always a good variation to have in.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree. All right, we have Kiara Babin. Went 3-for-3 on her squats.
Yep.
Going 62.5 kilos on her bench opener.
Nice.
Very good technique there on the bench and a 3 by light lift. Looks like they're taking a 5-kilo jump. Yeah, super smooth. And now we have Lori taking her 62.5 kilo bench press. That's 65 kilos. Am I right?
That is 6. No.
That's 65.
That is 60.
Oh, that's still Kiara's
That is 65,
name. Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, I just don't think it's switched yet. So this is Lori. And a very smooth opener. Probably going to take that 5-kilo jump. All right, we have Wada lifting here. This is going to be 67.5 kilos on the bar.
Nice.
Yeah, solid looking bench there. All right, we have Jayla Thompson attempting 70 kilos. Looking strong. And it is 3 white lights.
So you're not allowed to grab the rack to set up, right? Like when you're sliding in?
I'm pretty sure. Have I seen a couple do it? Yes. But I'm pretty sure that is a rule. I know you can't put your feet up on the bench. I'm positive on that.
Can you grab the bench?
So I don't think so, but I think etiquette of this is they do it, and then you say don't do that.
Don't do it, yep.
Yeah. I think that goes true too with like the wrist wrap thing, like adjusting your belt on the platform. You let the lifter do it once, and it's like, hey, just don't do that again. We got.
Not updating. 77.5.
Yeah, we have 77.5 kilos there. I think that goes Xana Rodriguez.
Looks like a good lift.
Yeah. And we have Alexandria coming up here with her second attempt bench press. So, and a couple of the other rules that the IPF passed, like walking out, you're walking out from the front of that's not allowed, but I did that at Nationals.
I saw a couple of people do it at Nationals.
I did at Nationals. What happens is they say, hey, just remember to go out from the back. They're not going to red light you right away.
Yeah. I don't think the judges want to do that. You know?
I can't imagine the judges caring too much. All right. Alexandria looking like a solid bench there. It is good. Nice.
Session 2 weigh-ins are about to start. Please meet the staff outside of the tents. Session 2 weigh-ins are about to start. 3 minutes.
All right, we have Alondria Shelley. Kilo lifter. Getting a good lift there, 2 white lights. All right, we have Victoria Reyes attempting 65 kilos.
65 kilos in the bar.
Now you can really see the, I think this is a pretty good technical bench press.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we got a good lift there. Yeah, 3 white lights. Yeah, really good technical bench press. Like the ability to get your weight on your traps and kind of extending your quads. That's kind of the cue that both my coaches have used. My former Joe Stanek and John Song, they both treat it like a leg extension.
Yep, you want to feel all that tension. You can see when lifters get really tense. Or
all right, we have Ebony Scott here. Pushing through that bench press, looking good. It is good, 3 white lights. We have Jessica Fernandez, 67.5 kilos, second bench press. right, looking
Solid.
good for a second. If you recall, she like threw the opener off of her chest, but there's a little bit of a slowdown there.
Yeah,
so
slow down just a little bit.
All right, Kira Babin going 5 kilos from her previous attempt, I believe. Yeah, I want to say it's 5 kilos. I think it was 62.5 kilos. Her opener is 67.5 kilos. Very well executed.
Nice.
Yeah, very, very strong there from Kata.
She can do another 5.
Yep, I would go another 5 there. Now, I can see a little bit of a sticking point. It's kind
Off
of
the
just right
chest.
off
Yeah,
the chest.
right off the chest.
And yeah, that's a coach thing. Like, you just have to be aware of that. All right, and we have Lori now. Yeah, pretty identical there. Sometimes RP is judged on getting the bar to your chest.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, I've seen that before where it's more if that bar gets onto the chest, you should be good. But, like, the lift looks super smooth and fast after that. But,
Right,
yeah,
right.
it's a whole process of getting it there.
When you hit those sticking points, you just got to be patient, keep pushing.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we have Jalen Thompson here. Again, really strong lift in here. Again, just bring up some of like my past experiences. RP for me is judged on how I descent on squats. Like, if it's a slower, longer descent, that's the RP.
That's the RP?
Yeah, it's never how I lift the weight.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Wada going 72.5 kilos on her second attempt. I think a very good attempt there, good selection. That is 3 whites. All right, Dosana Rodriguez, 82.5 kilos on the bar.
We're going to get a big arch here, yep.
Yeah, really tucks in her feet.
Got the max grip.
Yeah, taking her time. Start command is given.
Nice.
Yeah, really controls everything. Same thing if you recall her squat 2, same kind of thing. Just takes her time with the setup and has a really good control over the weight. Thanks. Andrew Gregory, 45 kilos. Pushing through it. It's a long way to go up. Oh, this is a big fight.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty big jump again from second to third attempt. 37.5 kilos to 45 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of distance there too. That's a long
that's
arm.
a long range of motion.
This is a fight. Ooh,
man.
Good catch from the spotters. Really good catch there. That came down quick. See, that's the thing with spotting and loading. You know, I can spot and load. I don't know if I can catch.
I think you can. They just have a lot of practice.
Well, yeah, I don't know, like it's not the weight thing, it's reaction. I don't think I have the reaction time to react as quick as they do. Like, they react super fast.
148 pounds.
Yeah, I know a lot of credit to him too, because I don't recall a whole lot of examples of TSS grabbing the bar too early, which is a thing. It can
That
be
is a thing.
Ebony Scott's grinding through that 2.5 kilo jump. I think she's got it.
Solid.
And that is a good lift.
Yeah, and if they grab the bar too early, you can get a relift. Right?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
it's a relift, and that is a little bit still like.
You got to decide whether you want to take it again.
I mean, it's there, it's good, but at the same time, when you're attempting, say, something that might be a RP 10 twice, it's hard. It's just a difficult thing to do. I have seen lifters rebound, recover nicely. All right, Victoria Reyes, 70 kilos.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if she can push through this. I think she can.
Yeah.
That looks good to me. Let's see what the judges say. It is good.
Nice.
3 white lights.
Yeah, I think it's more doable on the bench though, because you're not putting the weight on your back again. You know.
Yes, and what also can happen, I've seen it happen before, is a misload. So
yeah.
I have seen a misload before, and lifter came back, retook it, got the attempt, but they missed it. They missed it on their third attempt. Because of the misload. And it wasn't like a massive misload. It was about 2.5 kilos.
I was just about to say, I think people would be surprised how big of a difference an extra 2.5 keys on one side makes.
Yeah, it was just Jessica Fernandez pushes through that really easily.
Awesome.
Yeah, really, really good lifting from Jessica today. Yeah, squats were executed very well, and then, yeah, very nice here. All right, so took a 2.5 kilo jump. Maybe that sticking point
Yeah,
that
for the sticking
we
point,
saw was a little bit more pronounced.
I think they're going for the 100% 9 for 9 day.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, also knowledgeable, experienced lifters in their corner. Yeah, Nabil has been around for a while.
Whoa, that was actually
really
faster
good.
than the second.
Yeah, not as much of a stall there off the chest. Beautiful, beautiful attempt. And you guys are probably watching like, okay, where's the stall off the chest? It's a very small thing. But you have to look at all those things when the bar slows down in order to judge, you know, your RP correctly. All right, we have Lori now going 75 kilos. Yeah, execution from both Kata and Lori have been great today. Oh, unfortunately, no lift there. 5 kilos, just a little bit too much. But the good thing about missing a third attempt bench is you're only talking about a difference of 5 kilos.
Yep.
So it doesn't really like damage the total too much. Because, yeah, but if she goes 72.5 kilos, all right, you know, obviously good to go 3 for 3, but on the bench press, but you're only talking 2 kilos here. Dayla Thompson, 3 white lights on that lift. Going perfect on bench. I think went 3 for 3 on squat as well was Jayla, so very strong day.
Let's see.
Yeah, we got a 5 kilo jump here from Wada. Grinder,
come on.
grinder.
Yeah.
2 white lights on that attempt there. Yeah, that that was a fight. You got a no lift on the right judge there. Could have been butt coming off the
That's
bench.
what I was. Yep.
We do have a good angle, and again, I will say, because they're on that side angle, they can look for it. They used to be like the only thing.
Really?
I mean, that side judge, you know, obviously you see up and down motion or soft
but
lockout,
just
but
purely look at
yeah,
the
like
glutes coming off.
that's kind of why they were directly side for a while because, I mean, because comparatively, if you allow me to have my butt leave the bench, that would assist my bench a ton. Like I just. So Sandro Rodriguez making a 2.5 kilo jump to 85 kilos. Let's see. The bench is not over. The bench isn't over. Oh.
So the front judge is mainly looking at elbow depth then. Right?
Yeah, I mean, so the front judge is I think the best to give the calls on pretty much everything at this point. Elbow depth, up and down motion. They can see the center of the bar is super easy. Soft lockouts, or like unlocked on certain things. It's really, with the new IPF rules, the side judges have a lot of responsibility now. They got to be looking for everything. It looks like she might have jumped it. Yeah.
These side judges are now looking at the heaving.
3 white lights.
Right?
No, I mean, so technically speaking, you're supposed to be looking at everything. So that's why I mean they have a lot of responsibilities. Like what we talked about for squat depth.
Yeah.
The front judges, people believe they're not looking for depth, but they are. They are required to do so. So, yeah, like if you're a side judge, you could be doing that, or at least I think that's within their responsibilities to be looking for all these things. So, I think a side judge has a pretty good angle of heaving too.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 white lights. So heaving is something that, and for those of you who don't know, heaving is something, it's not seen as often, but once the press command is given, the bar can't go down. So that's what a heave is. So you got a press command, and it's like that little last momentum you want to use is lifting the bar up. So that is going to be a red light lift, and yeah, you don't see it a ton.
Mainly with the sinking benchers.
Yeah, you see with sinking benchers. I don't even think a soft toucher can do it.
I don't think you can do it.
It would ruin the lift. All right, we have Heaven Kelly.
Nice.
Very nice opener.
Easy.
All right, let's see how Ishine King handles the 62.5 kilo bench press. Ended out the day with a 110 kilo squat.
Oh,
powerful. Powerful. And we have Jessica Bonilla going 62.5 kilos on the squat, or on the bench press, my apologies. If I remember correctly, really good squat session. Ended off with 117.5 kilos. Execution was wonderful.
Yep.
Calling for that liftoff. Maybe a little bit late to be calling for that liftoff.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No energy expended at all. Fantastic opener. also very good squats. 137.5 kilos she ended out with, is going to open with 65 kilos. Solid opener.
Unquestionable elbow depth.
Something tells me we're not going to see a whole lot of super big archers.
Yeah.
All right, that was a good example of it, right? Just take the loops out. That's all you have to do. All right, Amberny Brown.
Nice.
Looks like we have a pretty good opener there, and we do. 3 white lights. All right, Iman going 67.5 kilos on her opener. Looks like they got a little bit bobbly on the chest there.
She rushed the rack command.
She got 2 to 1 there, so that was probably the rack command that you saw. Got a little bit loose on the chest, but a good lift nonetheless. All right, we have Tembria Barty, 70 kilos. Looks like there's no lift there. I did see quick 2 red lights.
Yeah.
And I see it again, okay. Yeah, so some yellow cards. Yellow cards is everything that's not a... Yeah, it might have been the buck coming off the bench there. One. All right, we have Amani Teague. Going 92.5 kilos on her opener. That's a big bench. A little bit of sticking point, but hey, remember on the squat. Unfortunately, got no lift there.
What?
Yeah, it might be the butt lift too.
A lot of people are hitting the rack today.
Yeah.
Maybe not training on an illegal rack.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I would say, not the most commonly found racks in gyms throughout America. Yeah, if you do have an Alico rack, it's just, you're at a very good, I mean, it's,
someone invested a good amount of money in that rack at their gym.
Yeah, it's, you're gonna see like people adjusting to certain equipment on the day. It's usually a pretty quick jump, but it's usually a pretty quick adjustment. I would say adjustments made on meet day equipment is like the least extreme out of them. It's pretty smooth there. Demona King, 3 white lights. And And we got Hillary Johnson, 42.5 kilos, second attempt.
Man, we got lucky with this Houston weather today, right?
Yeah, and, because we are. That's a really good point. So for those of you who don't know, a lot of meets in Houston are insanely hot, and we are just like in the perfect season of not it being super hot, but it can be.
It can be.
It can be. Totally can be. So yeah. All right, we got Hillary Johnson here. Nice looking lift. Yeah, because we're like partially, we have the, the garage doors open and stuff.
Yep.
We have a little bit of ventilation coming in. You know, if it was one of those 90-degree to 100-degree Houston days, this would be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is for sure comfortable in here. All right, we have Heaven and Kelly.
We have Heaven Kelly coming out at 62.5 kilos.
But if you're a Houston lifter and you train locally,
Oh, this is paradise.
yeah, you possibly, depending on the gym, man, you're going through some struggles. All right, 62.5 kilos for Heaven.
Solid. What do you prefer, the AC or no AC gym?
Oh, definitely prefer the AC.
You prefer the
I
AC?
mean, people could talk about like how no AC is good because it's like more extreme, whatever. It changes the way you lift. So when I am doing no AC gyms, I would have to over grip the bar. And does it help
Oh, yeah?
with my overall grip? Yes. But does it change the way I deadlift? Also, yes.
Yeah.
So in competition, I don't want to overgrip the bar because that kind of messes up your leverage and your hip hike and the way you pull slack.
Right.
So, yeah, I would just prefer to always, like, just the temperature always being similar to competition where you don't have to make any strange adjustments. But that's really only time. It's, all right, we have Jessica Bonilla here. Really good lifting from Jess.
Nice.
Yeah, solid lifting going on there. But yeah, it's, you don't want to, with temperature, you don't want to make too many adjustments or be forced to make too many adjustments, but it's really only on bench or on deadlift.
On deadlift, yeah.
It's just a grip thing for me, especially humidity in Houston. It slicks up the bar a little bit.
I like both. I appreciate the AC. It does affect your technique and whatnot, but it's also nice training in like a little bit harder environment, and then going to like a meet that's indoors. It's just like you're relaxed.
Oh yeah, you're super. Yeah, you're like it's just such a comfortable thing. All right, we have Caitlin going 70 kilos here. Pushes through that nicely.
Nice.
And that is a good lift. Now, I will say, with some of the non-climate controlled gyms we have in Houston, a lot of warehouse gyms, training while it's cold, I never like, no matter what. It's deadlift, bench, squat, training in the cold, which you actually will get in Houston way more than even the Midwest, Northeast. Mm-hmm. You'll get training in the cold a lot more. Yeah, that's the most difficult thing. I could definitely do 100-degree weather as opposed to even like a 60-degree gym.
Yeah, when it's 40 outside, that's not.
Yeah. All right, Amberine.
Nice.
Yeah, looking real good on the spot. Super happy coming off the platform there. All right, Digiday King is our next lifter. Making a 7-kilo jump to 70 kilos even.
Nice.
Looking like a good lift here. Let's see what the judges say. That's a 2 white light lift. I did hesitate there because I did see a potential jump rack command. So she also benches really close to the rack, where the racking is just going to be faster as a result. So I think that's what happened there. She was just super close to the rack the entire time. All right, Tambria Barney. let's see, because it's been closer today than I thought. We got a good lift there, so 2 white lights. So it's been kind of hard to see. It's like it's a hearing thing, but also, yeah, it's kind of a bang-bang thing on some of these rack commands. So
I'm all for giving the benefit of the doubt to the lifter.
well, especially when it's a rack command. Yeah, that's kind of where. I mean, that is the rule too. You when in doubt, you go to the. It's like baseball. Tie goes to the runner. If there's a close call, borderline, it should go to the lifter. All right, we have him on 75 kilos. It's good.
Nice.
3 white lights. All right, Emily Teague. She did miss her opening attempt. Now I can't quite remember. Might have been butt coming off the bench.
It was pretty easy, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there was a bit of a sticking point, and that's where I think maybe the butt popped off. Yeah, definitely a good idea retaking it. So it did look easier than our opener, and we got a good lift there. Yeah,
This
so
is
I think
like-
maybe the butt just kind of pops up.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
like
our
the
MO
squat.
today. Yeah. MO just, getting through that opener.
We have the one in King coming out with 45 kilos. 99 pounds on the bar.
And we are on 3rd attempt bench presses. So Devonta King will be our first lifter here, taking her 3rd. 45 kilos. She jumped it. They got to take that one, unfortunately. Kind of rough way, because I think the strength might have been there.
I think
Because the ability to readjust her bench press as, it was on her chest.
Lawrence Lilligan Johnson, 50 kilos on the bar. Grab your bench, guys. 110 pounds on the bar.
$50 kilos, Hillary Johnson. They're going to have to grab that one. That started to shift right when it was off her chest.
right off. They shift back towards her head.
Yeah, pretty big jump there, 42.5 to 50. I will say, within this weight range, I would like to see this sticking to like 2.5 to 5 kilo jumps.
Yep.
Kind of once you get above 70, that's where I'm okay with 7.5 kilo jumps. But
That may have been one of those things where they had that plan with their coach before,
Yep.
3rd attempt for taking this.
all right, Heaven Kelly, 5 kilo jump from 62.5 to 67 kilos. Unfortunately, wasn't able to budge that one off of her chest. That is a no lift.
Lawrence Lilligan for Caitlin Foley. 72.5 kilos on the bar. We have 159 pounds.
All right, Caitlin, we're going to keep this day up. She's been having a very good day. Some very good lifting. And
There you
keeps
go.
it up. It looks good. Let's see what the judges say. That's a good lift. Excellent.
She's
Excellent
6 for
lifting
6?
today. Yeah, 6 for 6. Execution has just been also really good.
Bar is low for every round. 72.5 kilos.
All right, Anne-Marie Brown, we're gonna go 3 for 3 on bench, taking a consistent 2.5 kilo jump for all of her attempts. Getting the lift off. Pushing through, unfortunately, no lift there. Good catch from the spotters and loaders.
Everybody, 72.5 kilos on the bar.
All right, after missing her opener, makes a 2.5 kilo jump, staying in the competition, which is the most important part here. Yeah, I see some instructions from the side of trying to keep that butt down, so I think that's
what
why she
happened.
missed her opener. And she's really trying to find her footing there. Yeah, so see, that's a tough call for me. It's a tough call. We're going to see what the judges call there.
Oh,
So yeah, you got no lift there. So what, like, it is a very possible thing that some of the fabric from your singlet is on the bench.
Yep.
Now what happens a lot, if it makes a sudden motion, like a really pronounced, exaggerated motion, that's where the judges will make that call more times than not. But if it like kind of doesn't move a whole lot, it could like not actually be on it. Yeah, it just. It's kind of the trick.
You
trick,
want
the trick of
you
the
want
trade.
to keep just a little bit,
Yeah.
anything touching that bench.
I have Jessica Bonilla. I mean, that little stalling was just the only stall I've seen from her on the day. Really, really good lifting from Jessica. Yeah, so some of the things that we've done or that's been suggested to me is a little bit baggier of a singlet. Maybe change those singlets from squat to bench.
A black singlet?
Black singlet's a big one. Not putting chalk on your butt. A lot of people do put chalk on their butt. Honestly, don't see the reason at all for that. Just don't. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But yeah, sometimes
You're just trying to
the
hide.
chalk could actually show it more. So, all right, Nijane King making a 5 kilo jump. See what the judges say there. That was close in my opinion too. All right, we got that 3 white line lift.
I like the hype. I like seeing lifters get hype.
Yeah, and you know what? Just if you've never really tuned into a powerlifting meet or attended one, not gonna lie, the crowd kind of starts moving around on bench press a little bit more. As far as like, it's right in the middle of the meets. I love a good bench press. I don't know.
I love bench. I love bench.
I don't know. I just think like the movement itself is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the crowd kind of goes into a lull. Then they really pick up at deadlifts.
Deadlifts. Yep. Squat and deadlifts.
Looks like unfortunately it's going to be no lift for Iman.
I think people just see more weight on the bar for squat and deadlift, and so it gets more attention.
It's more of a spectating thing for sure, too. It's like, it's the most covered of the lifts.
Right.
You know, you have a lot of things going on the platform, and you don't see as much. Squat, you get to see a little bit more. Deadlifts, you get to see pretty much everything. There's no spotters or loaders, so.
No rack in the way. It's just
I mean, yeah, we're talking about big bench presses. I love seeing a big bench press. All right, so after a rocky opener, I thought that second attempt moved very, very nicely for Amani, and making a 2.5 kilo jump. Personally,
she could do 5.
Personally, I'm confident with this one. See, I think she's got the push. Let's see what the judges say.
I think
Great
she
white
stayed.
light
Yep.
lifts.
Yep.
Very good. And that will do it for bench press. So Spotters and Motors will be taking off the rack to get us prepared for deadlift as we take a look at our standings here.
Man, this is flying.
Yeah, got a pretty quick meet going. John, what do you think of the bench presses?
I liked it. I enjoy bench press. I like the technique. I like seeing the setup. I like seeing the different grips. We saw a lot of closed grip today. That's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Some really good lifting so far. Yeah, we're getting some really good execution on the platform. And also, this atmosphere is really picking up here. Can't stress enough how awesome this meet is.
The venue's nice.
Yeah.
The venue's nice and clean.
Yeah, venue's super nice, clean.
The backdrops look nice.
Yeah, also, of course, you know, beautiful live stream as well. So, yeah, the atmosphere is definitely going to be picked up for the deadlift.
Yep.
It's just going to happen, always happens. All right, and as we take a look again here at our standings, kind of wrapping up here, we have our female lifters competing right now, going all the way up to the 84s. All right, and we are going to see you guys for deadlifts. We have witnessed some fantastic lifting so far. Make sure you guys are tuning back in for the deadlift. It's just the bar, and the bar is about to hit the ground, and that's when the competition starts. We'll see you guys.
we got 115 for Olivia. Looked easy. Next we got Charlene with 120 kg on the bar.
264 pounds.
And that's a good lift, easy. We have Yvette with 120 kg on the bar. That's a good lift right there. There's only one command for deadlift, and that's just the down command. Got Stephanie with 125 on the bar. That's solid right there. That's going to be a good lift. Good first attempt so far.
Moving quickly with these deadlifts.
Yeah. Is that your third energy drink?
Oh, I don't want to give any free ads here. This is a protein shake. All right, let's see how Kyra handles this opening deadlift attempt at 135 kilos.
Gripping it on the smooth.
Yep. It's been a little bit more of a trend now recently. Actually, it's a pretty underrated thing because if you're able to really get that grip on the smooth, yeah, it's a really good leverage you can work yourself into.
I literally could not. Nice lift right there.
All right, Mallory Joseph, 135 kilos.
Good speed right there.
Yeah, looking solid.
Yeah, I would 100% drop every third deadlift.
Well, when we're talking about the potential issue of humidity in Houston gyms, when you get to the the smooth part of the bar, that humidity can be an issue. But just speaking from experience, the liquid chalk is really key when it comes to that. Nice looking deadlift there from Kayla Stanley.
Brush the bar, wash your hands, liquid chalk, then regular chalk.
Yeah, it really feels locked in to your hands when you get both those things going.
145 kg on the bar for Valerie.
Yeah, it's going to start getting a little bit loud in here. We got Mallory pumping up the crowd with the 165 kilo deadlift. Loses a little bit of balance there at the top. I still think it's a good lift. It is.
Oh, wow, okay.
But I didn't see enough there to red light.
Really good, yeah.
But it's a little close. Like you're something that has to be discussed as a coach to your lifter.
Yep.
Just kind of getting in their ear, like, all right, like what you feel, what was going on there. Honestly, that's happened to me plenty of times where my opener, a couple times my hands opened up.
Sometimes you just go too fast.
Yeah.
Like it just moves faster than you expected.
Yeah, happened to me once, and I fell backwards on the platform super hard. But yeah, Vanessa Castro, 107.5 kilos.
We've seen a few of those memes.
Yeah, that didn't happen to her, which is good. So very easy to have those conversations. Yeah, when you fall down, you don't. It's hard to have a conversation afterwards. Like, man, don't
fall down.
Do that. Don't do that next time. Jessica Moreno, 10-kilo jump here. We are ready on our second attempt deadlifts. Nice looking deadlift there from Jessica.
Nice.
It is good. Yes, it is. 3 white lights.
Do you ever ask the crowd to get hyped for you when you're deadlifting?
I did one time, and it was like I think a good setting for it. It was Vegas Nationals. Crowd was super amped that day.
USAPL.
Yeah, and then I did it another time at the Arnold, and it didn't feel
no
like
one
it
got
was. Yeah, it was like there was. Yeah, so I just stopped after that.
Yeah.
120 kilos. Yeah, we got a good look
right
there from Olivia.
See, I think I would be too nervous because if I do that, and no one gets hyped for me.
Yeah, I mean, I read one situation very well, and the other situation I just didn't read very well.
You didn't read it. Okay.
Yeah. All right, we have Charlene Morris making a 5-kilo jump from 120 to 125.
Nice.
Yeah, we got a sticking point there.
No
Just
belt.
3/4 of the way up. Oh yeah,
Like
no
lucky
belt.
lifts.
Oh yeah, yeah, him using a belt like nerfed all of his lifts. That was funny. Yvette Campos going 10 kilos. Very efficient pull in there. Really clean from off the floor to the lockout. Very, very clean.
Arms loaded for Angelica. 137.5 kg. This is 303.
All right, Angelica. I still think he's. So personally, I still think he had a chance there. I didn't see the bar going down at all.
No, I think if she locked that out, they probably would have given it to her.
Yeah, see if she can clean that up. I think that's something she can get.
Arms loaded for second Cougar back. 142.5.
Ooh, we got a pretty big jump here. 125 to 142.
Oh, no.
You can make these jumps on deadlift. Again, not seeing these lifters very often. You don't know what their jumps are, but this is not typical of what you would see on the jump. Oh, yeah, and she just throws that one up. Very easy, very, very strong there. Yeah, not quite the deadlift leverage you would want there, but that's just all. That's why you lift weights. Get through those leverages. He made that look easy. That's well over 300 pounds. Speaking of over 300 pounds, same weight here and a good, really, really good lift.
That's a strong conventional lift right there.
Yep. right, Mallory Joseph going 145 on her second attempt.
Nice.
3 white lights for Mallory, good lift. Got a good lift here from Kyra. A little bit of a bobble there kind of coming up, and that's going to happen. She is pretty close stance.
Oh, you have experience with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a hybrid, so it's like in between your sumo and conventional, where you're gonna see, like, you get the benefits of both, but also you get the negatives of both.
Yeah.
Too. All right, Mallory getting the crowd pumped up for her second attempt.
Let's go. Nice.
Yeah, balance was much better there last time. I actually think for her first attempt, the bar got a little bit out in front of her. It seems like she just needs to shift that weight backwards.
Let's see how hyped she gets for her third attempt. I think she'll get pretty hyped.
Up next, Vanessa. 112.5 the bar for her third and final attempt of the day.
All right, we are on third attempts. I'm telling you, when you hit your third attempt deadlift, your food tastes better after the meet. Everything feels good after the meet. And Vanessa's going to leave in a good mood.
There you go.
Yeah, life is better when you hit your third attempt deadlift.
It is.
Going into the 7 for 8, remaining 8 for 9 days.
All right, 120 kilos on the bar for Jessica. Let's see if she can stick with it. Lockout is there. It's looking good for me.
There you go.
And we have ourselves a good lift. 8 for 9 day for Jessica. Really good lifting all around.
Yeah, she has a good sumo.
Olivia taking 127.5 for her third and final attempt of the day.
Her technique looked really good. Her hips didn't move. It's just, once she pulled that slack, she just went.
Also, I think it was just a perfect call, like RP10. Like it wasn't.
Yep.
Yeah, it was sticky. It was a grinder, but she was able to maintain her technique the entire way and block it out. All right, let's see Olivia, third attempt here.
There we go.
Let's see. That's looking good for me. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights. It ends the day off strong.
130 kilos for her third deadlift.
All right, Charlene Morris.
She has your hybrid stance, kind of.
Yep, it gets a little bit more narrow. Gonna have that grip on the smooth.
Nice.
Ooh, I think a clean deadlift there. Good lift,
third
3 white
attempt,
lights.
shout out to the TSS crew for brushing that bar.
Yeah. Yeah, not always guaranteed apparently.
No,
at
it's
certain
not.
meets. Yeah, I guess the TSS need to make a trip to the UK. But yeah, again, can't stress enough how quick they get this meet going. We got Campos looking to finish off a very strong day. Oh, very efficient pulling there from
good,
Yvette.
that's good.
It is good. 3 white lights.
Awesome.
And that would do it for first flight of
First flight,
deadlifters,
yeah.
I believe. Now, I do see some shuffling going around. That's why I didn't want to speak too soon. I felt like I thought there was way more deadlifts. Yeah, we have 135, I think, getting on the bar here. Yeah. Bar's not loaded yet. Bar's not loaded. He took that smell. He saw maybe a little early. All right, she's good. She's good to go. All right, let's see it. Looking to retake that second attempt. I feel like this is a way she can have.
Let's go.
Oh, it's closer this time.
Oh, no, not the
And those
grip.
knees are just kind of getting in the way. Unfortunately, there's no lift for Angelica. All right, and Stephanie Cumberbatch making that jump 5 kilos to 147 and a half. Stephanie Cumberbatch.
There you go.
Really good deadlifting
Nice,
there from
nice.
Stephanie. Super strong. Yeah, looked really good there. All right, Lakecia Skies, or
Another strong conventional puller
apologize.
right here.
yeah, making a
go.
7.5 kilo
There you go.
jump.
Yep.
Gets through that sticking point. I think it's a good lift. See what the judges say. They agree with me. 3 white lights.
Awesome.
Honestly, I think a little bit of baby powder would help her because
Yeah.
the bar was
It's getting
kind
a little stuck.
It only slowed down once it started hitting skin. All right, 5 kilo jump from Kyra. Bobbles.
Nice,
Oh,
nice,
he gets to that
nice.
sticky point very nicely. And that is a good lift.
Yep.
Way to finish off a very strong day. And Mallory goes
There you go.
getting through that lift.
That's a heavy pull. That's a
It's a good lift there, 155 kilos. All right, she's like smiling during
when
the
she-
attempt. And
yeah.
when she's done, she doesn't smile anymore. And it just catches me off guard a little
Yeah.
bit. But yeah, very, very good lifting.
It's a little
from Mallory.
backwards from everyone
Yeah.
else, right?
All right, Mallory Salinas. Really well executed second attempt. Let's see how she handles. 160 kilos is a big lift.
Oh, come on, come on. There you go.
She's got it. Really gets those shoulders back.
I like the hype. I like the hype.
Yeah, the crowd is into that one. We got some thumbs up from the judges. We got a good lift there for Mallory. Excellent, excellent job. Yeah, definitely cleaned up from her first to third. All right, and we have Kayla Stanley attempting the same weight.
160 kilos.
And let's see if she can just
Lock it out, lock it out.
I think she's got it. I think that's a good lift. Let's see what the judges say. That is a good
let's
lift.
go.
3 white lights.
I'm glad
Ending
she
off-
kept trying to lock it out.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
thought
sure.
she was going to maybe put it down early.
Yeah, I thought too. It looks like it was getting just her quads were getting a little bit away of the
Yep,
bar,
the
but
bar.
able to really lock that one out and have a great day. First flight is done. We're on our second flight of lifters for our deadlifts. We have Alexandria Gregory. We're getting the bar cleaned up here. All right, Alexandria Gregory. Got a little bit of that strong. I think it was the wrong lifter up there. Lifty
Oh, I
cast
see.
occasionally does do that.
Maybe they had the wrong weight on there.
They did have the wrong weight. Oh, it says 72.5 kilos here. What's on the bar? Oh, 72. Okay, yeah, they did have the wrong weight. I think they loaded 75.
Yeah.
Able to lift it.
Looks like a good lift.
3 white lights. All right, we have Alondria Shelley going 110 kilos. Think again, her quad just got a little bit away, made that a little bit more bobbly. It is still a good lift regardless. Getting right up to speed here with Jayla Thompson. $112.5 kilos, forklifts it up, 3 white lights. All right, we have Kiara Babin attempting 115 kilos. Having a very good day, 6 for 6 so far.
Yeah, all her lifts look good.
And it does not stop
Nice.
with deadlifts. 3 white lights. All right, we have Lori Babin going conventional. Yeah, able to really lock down.
Nice.
Quick.
That was quick. Easy.
Yeah, really, really good lifting there. I like how they go back to back.
You don't know who.
That's good that they go back to back. It works very nicely. All right, Josena Rodriguez. All right, Josena Rodriguez, 125 kilo opener. Maintaining that technique the entire time.
Solid.
Yeah. All right, Victoria Reyes looking to keep up her really good day of lifting so far. If I remember correctly, she is 6 for 6. She's riding a 205.
I think she is 6 for 6.
Yeah.
That was solid.
Yeah, she's been looking good. Technique has been good. Yeah, just some solid lifting. And same thing with our next lifter, Victoria Reyes. I think it's been some really, really good lifting from her. Yep. Again, keeps consistent with just some really, really good lifting today.
Yeah, the past 4 lifters just super smooth. Technique looking good.
All right, we have Ebony Scott, 152.5 kilos on the bar. Looks like some solid.
Nice.
Yeah, solid attempt there. And it is good. 3 white lights. All right, we have Wada Tafise going 167.5 kilo opener. That's some solid weight.
That's a big deadlift.
Solid weight right there. And that's a really good-looking pull.
Nice.
Really efficient pull in there. Excellent job.
Deadlift specialist.
Yeah. And we're back to the top of the order. Second attempt deadlift for Alexandria Gregory. Went from 72.5 kilos all the way up to 107.5 kilos. Big jump. Did she switch her stance? I thought she was conventional earlier. I could be wrong on that.
I'm not
It's
sure.
a good lift.
It's a good lift, though, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. I can't remember now for the life of me. Next lifter, we have Alondria Shelley.
Nice.
Yeah, that lockout, it kind of just gets stuck on the quads there, but it looked identical to her first, so
a little bit more baby powder.
Yeah, that's just kind of what's good. That's kind of how your deadlift is. He's got to ride with it. 10 kilo jump.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah, he forklifts it. Forklift. It's just forklift power.
Yeah. She just picked that up instantly.
No slack pull, just kind of
just pick it up.
A high hip position and boom, pick it up. Yeah, if it's just the
like
bar,
just the bar, just pick it up.
If that's what it is, all you gotta do is just pick it up. All right, we have Kiara Babin. Making a 7.5 kilo jump. Looking to keep the strong day going. Here.
Come on.
Allez, allez. That's a good lift.
Nice.
That's looking good. She's been very stoic and poised all day.
Yeah.
Been pretty tunnel vision in.
Tunnel vision, no expression.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, you know, I think just trying to get to that
She's in the
9
zone.
for 9 day. Well, we'll see. We'll see how she reacts. But, yeah, right now, just very strong debut. And we got Lori Bubby.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah,
easy.
identical to the first attempt.
Yeah.
Looking very good. Yeah, we're looking at some really good debut performances from those lifters. We got Josana Rodriguez, yes, 132 kilos on the bar, creeping up to that 300-pound mark. And able to maintain solid technique the entire time. Desana is a lifter who just really takes her time.
Takes her time with her setup.
Every single lift, yeah, takes time to set up, the lifting, and I think it's a perfect epitome of position over speed.
Yep.
I'm a big proponent of that. Positioning is it's more important than moving the bar fast. All right, keeping up a strong day here is Victoria. Hook grip. Oh, unfortunately got a little stuck there. Occasionally can happen on hook grip. It just didn't seem like she really got that.
I wouldn't be surprised if she retakes that and gets it. She was looking really strong before that.
Honestly, second attempt, if you pull hook grip, you could probably pull that mixed grip.
Pull that mixed grip.
Seriously. With the second attempt. Very good lifting from Jessica. Clinical. All right, Ebony Scott. Go 10-kilo jump.
Oh, come on, lock
we
it
got
out,
the
lock it
quakes
out.
going. I think she's
Nice.
got it. Always got to be careful with those.
Yep.
3 white lights. So when you see that, the shakes or the quakes,
shake,
I like to call them.
The quakes.
Yeah, it's like deadlifting on an earthquake when you see that. Always the thing is the bar possibly just goes down.
Go down a little bit, yeah.
All right, we have Wada going 10-kilo jump. Really, really good opener at 167.5. We're over 400 pounds right now.
Nice.
Yeah, really, really good deadlifting there. That's a heavy, heavy deadlift, and yeah, you got some room.
Yep, that moves well. What do you think? 7.5, 10 keys?
I personally would go 5.
5?
Yeah, that's what I think, just based on the right side there. I thought that's where you're getting a little bit of a more difficult lockout, is just on our right side. But who knows? We'll see. All right, Alexandria Gregory, we're on 3rd attempt deadlifts for flight 2. Looking to finish the day off strong. We got the hips rising a little early. Let's see what they call here. That's a good lift, identical to the first one. 2 white lights. All right, Alondria Shelley, 122.5 kilos.
Nice. Get it, get it, get it.
Yeah, I think that's a good lift. Finishing on the day strong, 122.5 kilos. It is good. All right, Kiara looking to go 9 for 9.
There you go. First
Again,
meet.
Yeah, really good lifting, really focused, locked in the entire day. Coming all the way from France. All right. Allez, allez,
There you go.
that looks good to me. Let's see what the judges say. And there we go. We get some emotion.
I like the hype. I like the hype.
Lights. Kayla Thompson, 132.5 kilos. And a sticky lock out there, but she pushes through it. We got ourselves a good lift from Kayla. Also very, very good lifting from her. And Lori Babin looking to finish off today. Looking to go 8 for 9 here. 135 kilos.
There you go. She's got it.
It is good.
Yeah.
Really, really good lifting there.
That's
as well.
awesome. Both the sisters had a great day, right?
Yep. No, very good debut. I mean, you know, it's clear they're very popular in the fitness community. And like they have that foundation, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a big thing.
Yeah, they lift. They lift weights.
It's getting the foundation of putting muscle on your frame is going to make powerlifting a lot easier. That's why I stress putting muscle on your frame so much. All right, we have Dosana Rodriguez who's also doing very well today. Let's see if she gets the weight off the floor. Unfortunately, she cannot. Still,
She had a good day,
great
though.
yeah.
She had a good day.
All right, let's see how Victoria Rodriguez handles this deadlift. 147 just really wouldn't budge off the floor. Yeah, unfortunately, just not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little surprising just based
It's
on
a little
how all of her
surprising.
lifts going, but I think still with your squat and bench, good day.
Yep.
All right, Jessica Fernandez here.
There you
Looking
go.
to
Lock
cap
it
off
out.
a really, really good day.
Nice.
Yeah, flawless lifting the entire day from her. Really, really good stuff.
Good execution.
Yeah, great technique. Yeah, just really not much more you can say. Really, really fine lifting. All right, we have Ebony Scott making a conservative jump to 165. I think it's a good call.
364 pounds. Come on, lock it out.
Oh, let's see
There you
it.
go. Hold it, hold it.
Let's see. I think it's good. Let's see
I
what
think
the
it's
judges
good.
say. It is good.
There you go.
Very good lifting.
That's
there.
a good lift.
All right, went 7.5 kilos for Wada.
This is a big deadlift right here.
Yeah, 185 kilos is no joke.
Let's see if the crowd will get a little hype.
Yeah, I think this is the last deadlift of second flight of lifters here. Always good to cap off a flight, especially with some strong competitors here today.
Come on, come on.
I think she's got
Let's
it.
go.
Oh, that was really, really well executed.
Nice.
3 white lights. Excellent job.
She's going to have a happy flight home.
Oh, yeah. That was wonderfully executed. And we're on to our third flight to lifters here. All right, we have Damoni King. Looks like they're trying to look for her in the back there. But it's been a fantastic day of lifting so far here at Just the Bar Classic in Houston, Texas, Alphalete. Presented to you by Avances. I always mispronounce that, by the way.
I call it Avances, right?
It's Avances. I mispronounce it all the time. All right, Damoni King. Doing the sneak attack deadlift.
There you go.
And she gets it. Yeah, you got those down commands. Very good.
Avances,
Yeah.
Gymshark,
Shark,
My Protein.
Yeah, we got more lifting to go, so there's 3 sessions today. We are currently in our first. And we have Hillary Dodson with her first deadlifts. And it's good. Lieutenant King
Easy.
is good. 3 white lights. All right, Heaven Cully, 115 kilo opener. Snappy deadlift.
Nice. She's looking strong.
Yeah, looks really good there. All right, Jessica Bonilla, again, really good lifting today.
There you go.
And it's continuing with the first deadlift attempt at 120.
Kaylin's been having a good day too.
Yeah, really good execution on all of her lifts. See if she can maintain it with the deadlift. I'm confident she will. Usually when you see some good lifting on the squat and deadlift, you
Nice,
see that.
yeah.
You see that. Really good opener. All right, we have Iman. Opener deadlifts.
Nice.
Yep, 303 pounds. Looks good. All right, so scouting report. Opening attempts have been a little bit rocky for Amani, but
The second attempts go well.
Yeah, the second and third attempts have been looking really good. Let's see how she handles this opening attempt. All right, that looks good.
We're good.
No drama. Looks solid. And we have Amberine Brown going 150 kilos. That's 330 pounds. 69 kilo weight class.
Let's go Amber Brown. 150 on the bar. Yes.
It looks like a good lift here. A little shaky on an opener. What happens is she's really fast with her wedge.
Yeah.
And that can kind of cause you to push the bar out in front of you a little bit.
Your hip,
Also,
your hip takes some time to find its final position.
Also, I call it catching the bar. So when she gets her wedge, with her hands, she readjusts and then grabs the bar.
Yeah.
So that can just on occasion cause you to get off balance. All right, we have Tabria Barney.
That's a strong conventional pull right there.
Yeah, we're looking real good, real good. All right, starting our second attempts, we have Demoni King going 5 kilo jump. It looks like we got a smooth opening attempt from Demoni.
Good lift right
And
there.
it is 3 white lights.
We got 112.5 on the bar for Hillary. That looks good. 3 white lights. Got 122.5 for Havun. Oh yeah, that's a nice sumo pull right there. 3 white lights. She's cruising right now.
Yeah, really good lift. Really good lifting today from her. All right, it's Nay King. Looks strong from Nay. And it is good from our 69 kilo lifter. Jessica Bonilla. See if she keeps up this strong day. A little slow off the floor.
Fine though, sumo's usually a little slow off the floor.
Yeah, she also has to, she really has to extend towards the floor with her leverage. So it's gonna be more difficult just getting that weight off the floor. All right, big jump here, 125 to 142, but if you recall, that opener was fast. Very fast opener.
I expect this to go well. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it really doesn't get any better than that on a second attempt. Exactly what you want to see.
152.5 kgs loaded on the bar for Iman.
All right, we have Iman, 152.5.
Let's go.
As she
Keep
can
pulling,
pass
keep
that
pulling.
knee, unfortunately, she cannot. Yeah, I got
That's a
little
big
stuck
jump.
there. Yes, it was. All right, we have Imani Teague, 155 keys. So solid opener, makes a 15-kilo jump.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, blows it up very nicely. 3 white lights.
This is a nice time to get into powerlifting. I don't remember my first meet being this nice.
No, so the interesting thing, this meet is really cool. I'm sure if you guys follow on social media, they have like Cranston's competition history. She started APF, and I did not know that.
I didn't know that
I
either.
started APF as well, and yeah, it's very different. You know, your first meet. From that experience to this, I'm sure she had a very similar experience by then. All right, let's see if she can get past that knee. I think she does. That's a good lift where I'm sitting, and it is a good lift where they're sitting too.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, my first meet was the Cougar Classic.
Nice.
Shout out U of H.
Yeah, that's still going strong. That
It's
is
still going, yeah.
That is a long-standing meet here in Houston with the University of Houston powerlifting team. Yeah, I mean, I could bet. So with Cranston's first meet, APF, no knee sleeves, 65-pound squat bar, mono lift. Yeah, so it's a very different feel. Debria Barty.
There you go.
Just maintains that position
Nice.
very nicely. All right, we have our third deadlift here.
No.
Unfortunately, a grip slip there from Demoni.
She had the strength for that.
Yeah, it didn't seem like grip was a thing. You can kind of sometimes tell with the first 2 attempts.
It is
if
getting a
they're-
little bit more humid right now.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are getting a little later in the day. All right, we have Hillary Johnson here. Let's see if she can stick with it. I think she can.
Come on.
We're going to be close here. Let's see what the judges say. That's a good lift. The reason why I said it was close, there was potential for a hitch there.
A hitch.
All right, she's
I like the
attacking
hype.
the bar from heaven. Yeah, she's really explosive with her deadlift too. She really snaps it.
There you go. Come on, walk it out.
Oh, maintains that position very well.
Nice. That's a good
Yeah, if you
lift.
recall her first 2 attempts, very snappy.
Yep.
That attempt, slower, but she's able to maintain. Very good. That's a hard thing to do.
It is.
All right, Nate King. That's looking good.
Nice.
That's looking
Nice.
good. She's pumped after that lift. 3 white lights, 286 pounds is hers.
I think it's also a skill to get hyped, but still remember your cues and still execute at the same time, you know?
Yeah. I cannot do it. All right. Looking to stay perfect, I believe. I think she said all of her lifts today, Jessica Bonilla.
Nice. Keep pulling. Let's go.
She maintains the position the entire time. And it is good. Good highlights.
That's awesome. That's a good
very,
lift
very
right
good
there.
day.
Oh, wow. Let's get it. Lock it out. Lock it out. Oh,
Let's see how they call it. Let's see how they call it. It was a grind.
Oh,
no
the
lips.
knees. It's the
So,
knees.
yeah, she was probably a little bit of a ramp there. And then also she was resting on her quads. That's a tough one.
I think they would have given it to her if her knees weren't
Yeah, I
bent.
think so too. All right, look at end off a really, really, really good day, Caitlin. Yeah, very strong lifting from her.
Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Come on.
And that looks good to me.
I think she'll
Let's
get
see
2
what
at
the
least.
judges say.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
Yeah, 3 white lights there. That was the only technical breakdown I really seen from her today. Like her first 2 attempts were outrageously smooth, and then that one was just a little bit twisty.
Just a little
but able to do it.
unsteady. Like,
All right, Amberine Brown, 363 pounds, it's 165 kilos. So with her attempts, there is a sticking point about a quarter to halfway through. Let's see if you can power through it. I can anticipate a grind here.
you just have to keep pulling.
Just gotta keep pulling. Just the bar, just pulling.
Just keep pulling. Just keep pulling. Let's go.
Oh,
okay.
Unfortunately, no lift there.
That was close.
Really good effort. Yeah, stick with her, stick with her, stick with her, stick with her.
Get a little lightheaded.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can see that one based on her, the pause in that facial expression.
Yeah.
Blood was getting rushed back into your head there. Amani Teague going 170 kilos even, that is 374 pounds.
It's a big pull right here. Nice.
Got it. Excellent execution from Amani Teague.
The crowd loves it.
Yeah, crowd loves it. Yeah, the crowd is on her feet for that one. That was a massive pull, and we are over 400 pounds. Cambria Barney.
The crowd likes deadlift, man.
Yep,
You called it earlier.
Always the lift that gets the crowd standing, gets the crowd going, is the deadlift. We're at 400 pounds here. Over 400 pounds, 413 pounds for Tambria.
Conventional pull, over 400.
Yep.
Come on, keep pulling.
Gonna pass that knee. I think he's got it. That looks good to me. Let's see what the judges say.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
awesome.
good lift. Crowd is up. Crowd is hyped. They are happy, and that is going to do it for our first session of Just the Bar Classic. Here we are with our current standings. All right, so impressions from the first session, John.
Well, that deadlift was awesome right now. Whether it's a guy or girl pulling conventional over 400, that's impressive.
Yeah, that was an awesome thing to see. The deadlifts were fantastic. I think the entire session was really good. From squat to deadlift, they've been doing really, really good. Execution was there, and I'm going to repeat it throughout the day. It's a lot of these lifters' first meets.
Yep.
So what an atmosphere to lift in for your first meet. It's,
And I think we saw the
one of best.
execution get better as we got to bench and then as we got to deadlift. The nerves probably just went away, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You kind of see it from the lifters too, slowly getting more excited as the meet went on. So yeah, we got some great stuff. In about 20 minutes, we are going to start our second session of lifters. So stay tuned, keep watching this meet, and yeah, we've had some really good stuff so far. As we can see some of the forecasted standings here. So again, we will join you in 20 minutes. If you guys are just tuning in, we saw an amazing first session of lifters, and we have 2 more after this here at Justin Bar Classic, presented by Gymshark, Avances, and My Protein. We'll see you guys in a bit.